Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
Good evening and Roll Tribe ICC fans, as we're here a long way from home down on Perkinson, Mississippi, as we're getting set for tonight's matchup. Another nationally ranked team that the Indians are going to face, the number 8 Bulldogs of Gulf Coast Community College. Welcome as we crank up the Davis Ford pregame show. I'm joined in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth by the good Dr. Brad Boggs and the myth, the man, the legend that is Mr. Jim Ingram. And guys, another tough test tonight here for the Indians.
Yeah, Adam and Mr. Ingram, definitely a tough test coming up. You know, ICC, last week had a nationally ranked team come in to our home place with Jones. And, wasn't it, we didn't play we were competitive.
We were competitive.
We really were. And there was just a lot of mistakes, and we'll get into that later. And now we've got the tough task this week of traveling a long way from home to take on the number 8 team. And yeah, they did have a little glitch in their plans last week when they last Thursday night had a lightning delay that ended up canceling the game. And hey, wait just a minute. They were playing Northwest and ended up having to come back Saturday. Northwest did to play, not saying anything had a factor in any of that, but just kind of a delay there in that game. But Gulf Coast came out on top heavily for that matchup that they had with Northwest. So, it's right now. I know they've had some rain down here this evening and this afternoon, but right now it's a beautiful evening here at George Segal Field, as always. And I expect us to come out tonight and let's have a good matchup, Mr. Ingram.
I agree with you, Brad. Like you said last week, if you look at last year's score when we played Jones, we weren't as competitive as we were as last week. We lost 27-13. Had some good points, had some bad points we'll talk about later. But I think our team's ready. A new coaching staff. I think the team is confident tonight. Got a tall task in front of us on the road, a long way from home. But we've improved some things, and I know the coaches are pretty confident about tonight. So I'm looking forward to a good ball game from our Indians.
We're going to step away and come back and step inside Coach's Corner, as I had a chance to talk with Coach Travis Macon about last week, a little off-the-field issue, not issues, but a little off-the-field incident, and then also preview the Bulldogs as well. We'll take a look at all that and more as the Davis Ford pregame show continues here on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Welcome to the pasta party!
1, 2, 3.
Making new traditions.
Okay, now let's go and keep going, keep going.
Sharing old stories. Homemade pasta.
Enjoy, cheers to us, we did it!
And a nice cold Coke.
Okay, ready? 1,
Ready.
2.
That's my recipe for magic.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show as we step inside Coach's Corner to talk with Coach Travis Macon. And, Coach, before we talk football, unfortunately, we got to talk a little life. Benham was in an accident this past weekend, and how's he doing right now?
Right now, he's doing good. The surgery went good, and he's sore and just trying to just really get himself back on track. But, he needs our prayers.
Most definitely. I know he's got the strong ICC family behind him as well, but also saw a lot of other teams throughout the league and other SIDs and schools reach out for their prayers as well. So we do greatly appreciate those. Now, I know it's been a tough week with that on top of you, but let's kind of look back at last week at Jones, 27-13 final against one of the top 10 teams in the nation, and had our chances. So kind of talk about last week's game.
We did. We went back and watched the film, and a lot of the things where we beat ourselves, field position, we didn't have a really good game in field position. A couple of times on offense where we started off first and 20 or first and 15. So, being a young team, those were some of the things that this week we went back and got better at. We got better with ourselves. So there was some bright spots, but those are the things that we noticed that, if we had just corrected some of those things, maybe the game would have been different.
And that's one thing they say. They say you always make your biggest improvements from week 1 to week 2 and then that 2 to 3. So week 1's behind us. Is now week 2. Got Gulf Coast. We're heading a long road trip down to Gulf Coast. So just talk about getting these guys ready for one of the biggest trips that we're going to have. Well, actually the biggest, longest trip we'll have this season.
The guys, the good thing about it, they came back Sunday with energy. I think after the players watched the film, they realized how good this team could be. To be young, we have some freshmen that are stepping up, and, Gulf Coast has a really good football team. But this is the same game like Jones. I'm not worried about Gulf Coast. I'm worried about us. If our defense go out and play hard like they did last week, I think we're going to be fine. We just got to get our offense to match the same intensity that the defense is on right now.
Well, Gulf Coast had an interesting week last week. The game was delayed forever because of rain and lightning. The game was canceled. Everybody goes home, then the game's back on, so they have to come back and play Saturday. What did you learn about Gulf Coast whenever you got to see some of the film?
Watching their team, they're a big football team all around. They don't make many mistakes, but they capitalize on your mistakes. And, just like us, Northwest made a lot of turnovers. That Gulf Coast had a short field, and the scoreboard doesn't say what really happened in the game. At the game early at halftime, it was 13-7. So, but in the second half, when you turn the ball over and they score on it, you get 49-14.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look at some of our keys to victory being brought to you by Bank Oklahoma. By the way, folks, they've got a new location. Well, not really a new location. It's been there a while, but it's over around the hospital. Bank Oklahoma, John Harrod, and all the fine folks out there proud to sponsor the Davis Ford pregame show and ICC athletics. Coach, what's it going to take for the Indians to be successful tonight against Gulf Coast?
The biggest thing on offense, manage the game. Stay in front of the sticks, make the plays that we got to make. We can't hit the home run ball every time. Take what they're giving us. And then when that opportunity comes, take advantage of it. Defensively, play like they've been playing. I think we got 4 turnovers on defense last week. Our goal is 5, And now not only get that turnover, let's score. So those are the keys to victory. Special teams played really well last week. We just got to continue to play well.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time and good luck, and let's go get that W.
Thank you.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed. Attach images to transactions. Set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or to monitor your account balance. Use the P2P feature to safely send money to a friend. We even offer mobile wallet, so you can stay on top of your finances from anywhere. These options and more are available with online or mobile banking. At First American National Bank, you'll get that hometown feel with a high-tech touch.
Want to make a good living? Come learn a skill at Max Home. Upholstery trainees start at $15.50 an hour. Our upholsterers average $23 an hour and can make above $28 an hour on production. We're also offering a $500 sign-on bonus to experienced upholsterers. Max Home is hiring for all positions and is willing to train quality people. Max Home makes all their custom-built products in the USA. Join the best, train with the best, be the best. Max Home, Bolton, Mississippi, and Max Home, Sulligent, Alabama.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show. We're just under 15 minutes away from that First American National Bank opening kickoff. If you're looking for your next new or used vehicle, look no further than Davis Ford, located at 904 West Main Street, right there in Fulton. Or you can visit them online at davisfordsales.com to experience the Davis Ford difference. And Brad, I know you've experienced that Davis Ford difference before. Tell us about your experience.
Hey, I tell you what, Tab and crew down there have been good to me. And matter of fact, I've got all 3 of my daughters are driving Ford vehicles. And Adam, I think you know very well one of them that's driving a Ford vehicle.
I do.
Because she made contact with one of your vehicles when she was in ICC, my oldest. But
to be fair, mine was not a Ford, so that's why. So
that's why.
That's fair.
She was taking it out on you.
It was. It was.
So, but no, very good, very well serviced. The service department down there is phenomenal. So I can only say great things about Tab and the crew down there at Davis Ford.
We're currently having a moment of silence on the field, so we'll join them in that.
Thank you. Today's prayer will be given by Drew Esslinger, the Gulf Coast area representative.
And they are going to have a moment of prayer, so we will also honor that as well.
Will you pray with me? Heavenly Father God, we thank you so much for this day, for this game, Lord, for the participants in it. God, we thank you for the safety as we've traveled here, and Lord, we pray for the safety throughout the game. Lord, may we do all that we do for the glory of your name. We ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Please remain standing as the Band of Gold, conducted by Director of Bands, Dr. Jamie Stainland, plays the national anthem.
And an excellent job there by the Gulf Coast Band with the national anthem and pregame entertainment as we continue to roll on here in the Davis Ford pregame show. We're going to shift gears a little bit and put the coach's hat on you guys and talk about our Bank Oklahoma keys to victory. We just heard those a little while ago from Coach Travis Macon. And, guys, what's it going to take for the Indians to be successful tonight?
Well, you know, Adam, Mr. Ingram, I don't want to sound like a broken record because what I'm seeing as keys to victory for Etowamba, it kind of goes back to what I said last week in my keys to victory. And first of all, eliminate the mistakes. Again, I know we're in game 2, but as Coach Macon mentioned in his pregame talk, they worked this week to clean up some mistakes, and those were costly mistakes that we had last week against Jones. Now, we got to put that behind us. We cannot go into this week thinking about last week. We've got to go into this week thinking about the things that we can do to beat Gulf Coast, but we've got to clean up those costly mistakes that cost us points on the board. So I'm saying clean up the mistakes. Those penalties were so costly. And then I go back to special teams, and at one point special teams killed us last week. Now, in the second half, we played better special teams, but we missed an extra point. We weren't able to get in the first half last week. We weren't able to get 2 or 3 good punts off and to turn that field position over to where we could control the field position battle. We weren't able to do that last week, and Jones benefited from those mistakes. So, special teams, it always comes back down to it. You got to have crisp, clean special teams. You got to be able to execute on special teams. Indians need to do that tonight, as well as cleaning up those mistakes that they made last week with the penalties, Mr. Ingram. I agree with you, Brad. You were talking about mistakes. I'm saying mistakes are penalties and turnovers. That equals mistakes. Also, your composure and consistency. We weren't consistent last week. Do something good, then take 2 steps back. I think it's very important for our coaching staff tonight. We're playing in a hostile environment against a ranked team. Things are going to go bad at times, but you got to recover, keep your confidence, get your composure, and be consistent, and we got a chance to win tonight.
And those are our Bank Oklahoma keys to victory through the eyes of Dr. Brad Boggs and Mr. Jim Ingram. Bank Oklahoma, new name, same great service that North Mississippi has come to know and trust for over 75 years. John Harrod and the staff at Bank Oklahoma is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. We're going to step away as the teams get prepared to meet here for the for the coin toss, brought to you by Sam's Town Market. We come back, we'll figure out who will have the football and who will do what. Part of the Davis Ford pregame show right after this.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, can I help you with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show. As we just had the coin toss, we saw Gulf Coast won the toss and deferred to the second half. So that'll be how we start things off here in Perk. And guys, we got one more little bit of housekeeping duty to go here. We need to talk about tonight's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups. And Mr. Jim, I know you've got those right there in front of you.
Yes, sir, I do. Starting tonight on defense is Jaden Thompson, the linebacker, freshman from Shannon. E.J. Watley, a defensive back, a sophomore from Oxford. Nylan Harper, a defensive back, a sophomore, Pascagoula. Dylan Merrill, a sophomore defensive back, transferred from Duke. Dylan Rousey, the freshman defensive back from Biggersville. Jaden Walker, the linebacker, freshman from Aberdeen. Tony Lucius, a defensive line freshman from Starkville, Mississippi. Alex Dawkins, a freshman defensive back from New Hope. Ryan Musselwhite, the sophomore linebacker from DeSoto Central. J.D. Medlin, the freshman defensive lineman from Starkville, and Jarquez Tucker, rounding out the starting lineup on our defense, sophomore defensive tackle from Calhoun City, Adam.
Good part of the world, isn't it?
No doubt.
All right, for our offensive starting lineup.
Starting tonight at wide receiver, T.J. Atkins, sophomore, transfer from Southern Illinois. Keyshawn Sessoms, the wide receiver from Olive Branch. A.J. Smith, wide receiver from Turner County, Georgia. Thomas Klein, the freshman tight end, right here in Itawamba HS, starts tonight at tight end. Keegan Stover, the quarterback, the freshman from Rabun County, Georgia. Charleston French, the running back, the freshman from Amory. Zamarian Tucker, the sophomore offensive lineman from South Panola. Terry Claiborne, the freshman offensive lineman from Starkville High School. Rodney Newsom, a offensive lineman, redshirt freshman, Briarcrest Christian, Tennessee. Jared Morrow, the freshman offensive lineman, Mount Zion, Georgia. And rounding out the starting lineup, Mason Holmes, sophomore lineman from Olive Branch, Mississippi.
And that is tonight's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineup for your ICC Indians. Indians will be in their all-white unis. Those things are looking pretty good out there, guys. I believe this is the first time we've seen those this season. We were waiting for Gulf Coast to take the field here. Feel like we're at Virginia Tech all of a sudden as we hear a little Metallica playing as we head 4 minutes away from that First American National Bank opening kick. We'll take one more time out and wrap things up here on the Davis Ford pregame show right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Welcome to the pasta party.
1, 2, 3.
Making new traditions.
Okay, now let's go and keep going, keep going.
Sharing old stories. Homemade pasta.
Enjoy, cheers to us. We did it.
And a nice cold Coke.
Okay, ready? 1, 2.
That's my recipe for magic.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
Every time you use the card, support ICC with a Spirit debit. Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FAMB.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Davis Ford pregame show. As we put the brakes on the pregame show, see a little bit of smoke out there on the field as Gulf Coast takes the field. They'll be in their gray uniforms and the blue helmets as well. Guys, final thoughts before we wrap this one up.
Well, again, got to come out with a lot of energy here to start the game. We are on offense first, Mr. Ingram. We're facing a different style of defense this week. Gulf Coast runs a 4-3 style defense, 4 down linemen. Last week we faced a similar defense to what we run, a 3-4-4-ish type style defense. We have that hybrid defensive back that comes up and plays a linebacker position. But anyway, got to come out with energy.
No doubt, and we talked about it earlier, consistency and confidence tonight. We're getting the ball first. I'm not saying we got to score, but let's don't go 3 and out. Let's get some first downs, play with confidence, play hard. Let's have a good night.
As we're getting set for that First American National Bank kickoff here. We do want to remind you, ICC fans, show your school spirit with First American National Bank's exclusive ICC debit card. Visit FAMB.bank for more information. So Gulf Coast getting set to step into this one. Back to return for the Indians. Looks like that is number 1, Strong. And this kick is going to be deep, angled towards the end zone, taken at the 1-yard line by the Indians. Going to get it right up the middle, gets out across the 20, down to about the 23-yard line is where the Indians will have it with a Davis Ford first down.
Yeah, decent return there, Mr. Ingram. Of course, would like to get it out a little further to the 25, but still decent return. We're here on about the 23-yard line, looks like, our own 23.
It looks like Stover's coming out as quarterback, the freshman from Raymond County, Georgia, 6'3", 200 pounds. Starting his second game for the Indians tonight.
So it will be first down and 10 here for the Indians. Indians with 3 receivers here on the near side, 1 on the far side. Looks like French in the backfield with Stover. He moves to the right side of Stover. It's going to be a handoff. French runs into one of his own men, bounces the ball forward, gets it out to about the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, so to bring up a 2nd down and 8 situation here. Now, we're actually going to give him a pretty good spot. Let's call it 2nd down and 7 after the gain of 3.
Adam, that's a good run. He broke about 2 tackles, Brad, just to get 3 yards. Running hard. Charleston French ran hard last week inside the tackles.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 7 situation here. Opening goings of the contest. Stover wants to throw. Slant route was there, but a nice job breaking that one up. Let's give Stover credit. Stover almost threw that into a leaping defender or defensive lineman that time, was able to hold on to it and still almost make the completion. Now to be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, 3rd and long situation here. Again, it was in the hands there, but good defensive coverage there by that DB out there to bat the ball away.
Indians go 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Stover still your quarterback. French still in the backfield with him, standing to his right now, wants to shift to the left. Check at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 7 here. Opening drive of the contest for the Indians. Stover bobbles the ball, zips it, and nearly picked off there by the Bulldogs as he put a ton of mustard on that one. Unfortunately falls incomplete, and the Indians' opening drive will stall with a 4th and 7 situation and to bring up a Little Caesars punting situation here.
Yeah, the good thing is where he threw that ball, it was not catchable not only by us but by them either. It was a low throw right there, so he was only trying to put it in a place where ICC could catch it. The receiver had a step, but you basically had 2 double coverage. He had double coverage there from the DB and the safety coming in.
Much better kick than we saw on the first kick last week. It's going to be taken at the 40 by the Bulldogs. He's going to return it forward, out across the 45, down to maybe about the 47-yard line is where the Bulldogs will have it. 1st down and 10 here on their opening drive of the night.
Adam made a good point. Langford, let's be honest, he struggled early last week in the game. Got a good kick here tonight, showing more confidence, good punt. Even though they got good field position, defense needs to step up here and hold them.
That punt brought to you by Little Caesars in Fulton. Order online through the Little Caesars app or visit 1405 South Adams Street right there in Fulton for a hot and ready pizza waiting for you. 1st down and 10. Play action fake. Quarterback dropping back to pass. It's going to be complete enough for the 1st down. Just one of those little stop routes, as that time it was number 14, J.P. Coulter, that reeled in that pass.
Yeah, it was a stop route. Mr. Ingham enough to kind of fake out Morrell down there, on the corner out there. So good job, good route there by the Gulf Coast.
So 1st down and 10 after the gain of about 11 or 12 on the play. This time it is going to be a handoff. Looking to get to the outside. That's got to be holding, but no flag as number 75 completely wrapped up. Number 24 for ICC, Ryan Musselwhite. He was looking at the official, and the official just looked at him like, what?
No doubt about it. Musselwhite thought he got held, and I believe he was held.
Yeah.
They didn't call it. Still good defensive play. Give him, he got 4 yards there at him?
Looks like they're going to give him credit for 5 on the play, so it'll be a 2nd down and 5 situation. The ball at the 39-yard line. In the shotgun, 3 receivers on the far side of the field. Quick pass over the middle. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver will fall incomplete, and that'll be a 2nd down and now 5 situation.
Yeah, a good little quick pass right there, just trying to get the 1st down right there over the middle of the field right there. ICC defended it pretty well right there as well, was there on the coverage. So you got a 3rd and 5 here for Gulf Coast for them to convert this to a 1st.
Anderson's their quarterback, Adam. Sophomore, I believe.
Yeah, he had an impressive week last week, almost passing for 300 yards. Did pass 5 touchdowns. That pass is going to be complete again. Indians with some soft coverage there. Bulldogs taking advantage. That'll move the chains for another Davis Ford 1st down.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's kind of a soft coverage route out there from our DBs there on the corner, and just enough for them to basically do the same thing where they got that 1st down on the stop route earlier. So good job by Gulf Coast reading the defense.
So 1st down and 10 here with Gulf Coast. 12:45 to go in the 1st quarter. No score. Handoff trying to weave his way through traffic. The Indians eventually find him after a gain of 4 on the play. So another solid pickup there on 1st down by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's another solid pickup, and I agree with you. But, again, and we can sit up here and harp on it all night, but I saw a hold down there. It turned our number 11 around out there for us, which was Jalen Walker, the linebacker, Jaden Walker. When the guy turns around, when the guy's blocking him and he totally turns his shoulders the other direction, that's holding.
Quarterback wants to toss this one out. It's incomplete as it skips across into the hands of the receiver. So to bring up a 2nd down and they're going to call it 7, so they don't give him credit for 3 on the play.
Third down this time, I think, Adam.
Okay, third
good
down.
job by the defensive back. Played up a little bit tighter that time. Big down here, Brad. 3rd and 7.
Well, as tough as our DBs are, and we bragged about them, and they did a great job last week by getting 4. I know we had 3 picks last week. They need to play tighter here because you got to have faith in our defensive backs right now.
Man in motion going a top part of your screen for those watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Anderson bumps into one of his own players. Now it's going to shovel the pass forward, and it's going to be complete, and it's going to go for a loss on the play. So a good job there by Anderson. Kind of got the happy feet as he knew time was running out on him. Indians got pressure. The pass was complete, but it's going to be loss of now what looks to be a 4th down and maybe 8.5, 9 to go here. And the Bulldogs are going to keep the offense on the field.
Because it'd be about a 43-yarder if they kick the field goal. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 8.
As long as Jones Kickers isn't down here kicking for them, we're in good shape.
You're right, in good shape.
We'll talk about that. We had an interesting note we found out after the game. As the quarterback now, Anderson wants to pass.
Open.
Again, that little soft route, and he drops it. Big time break there for the Indians.
Great hit out there on the corner. It was a soft coverage out there, and I didn't get the number on that side over there. Mr. Ingram of the DB of ours that was playing on that side. But what it was good timing on the hit. The hit broke up the pass. He was open, but the hit broke up the pass. Great job by our DB. Turnover on downs. ICC now has the ball.
That was Nyland Harper on the breakup there for the Indians. So now to be a 1st down and 10. So ICC does a good job defensively coming up with the stop after the Bulldogs got one initially as well. So it'll be another Davis Ford 1st down here for the Indians. The ball is going to be on the 27-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 10. Stover still your quarterback. Handoff is going to be to French. French tries to go right up the middle. Nothing doing there. The Bulldogs getting for a gain of, actually they want to say no gain on the play. Looks like he might have got it forward for a yard at least, I thought, because he got a surge past that offensive line, but they're going to say no gain. So it'll be a 2nd down and 10. That's not a good spot. So coming up on 11 minutes here in the first quarter of play. No score between ICC and Gulf Coast, the number 8 team in the country. Stover stops, wants to pass, has a man downfield, and it's in and out of the hands of French. Great job there defensively by the Bulldogs, as that was Wyatt Wright that basically was in no man's land. Didn't know where the football was, but put it up at the last second to just get a hand on it and break up that what would have been a huge gain for the Indians.
It was a great job by Stover right there. He felt the pressure, and he stepped up right there, saw that French had slipped out of the backfield back there and got ahead of his man out there, had an open French. It was thrown a little behind him, little. Should have come up with the ball, though, Mr. Ingram.
No doubt. And give the defense back credit. He never gave up, got there in time to kind of break it up a little bit.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 10 now here for the Indians. Stover feels the pressure again. Now it's going to tuck and run. And, that was a late hit. But, again, no flag. And that's going to be another big-time stop there after the gain of 1 by Stover.
ICC yet to get a 1st down on offense, and that's not really what we want to dial up here in this case. Again, needed to put together some 1st downs and try to flip this field position battle. We are punting from, in a better position than we were earlier, but let's hope we can flip this field.
Another good punt here. Is this going to be angled to the side, but it's going to take a Bulldog bounce and roll all the way back near the 50-yard line. So the ball hit about the 44 and then looks like a Jim Ingram sand wedge and rolls back to the 48. And that's where the Bulldogs will have it again. Great field position here for Gulf Coast with 10:09 to go in the first quarter.
Putting a little pressure, Brad, on our defense. Like you said, we went 3 and out, 6 plays. Did not get a 1st down. Defense stepped up first time. We need them to step up again.
So it'll be a 1st down and 10 situation here for the Bulldogs. 10:09 to go in the first quarter. 0-0 your score here in Perkinston. Bulldogs in a pistol formation. Quarterback fakes the handoff. Ball's tipped in the air, but the Indians could not find it, as that time it was a possibility of Dylan Rousey coming in to pick that one off. Just could not quite find it quick enough. And, boy, that's a big-time break there for the Bulldogs.
It is. Anytime one's tipped in the air, a lot of times it goes in the defense's favor at that point because they're able to pick that ball up and get the big pick. ICC unable to find it at that point. But still, no gain there. 2nd down on the incomplete pass.
Anderson is 3 of 7 for 19 yards passing.
Go
High snap, and it's loose on the field, and that's going to be recovered by the running back. and that's going to be a big-time loss there. And don't know if there's a little miscue on the snap or maybe the count, because it looked like the quarterback kind of turned his head to look at the running back, and the ball had got on top of him. And now it's going to be third and halfway back to Wiggins here for the Bulldogs.
They lost 12 yards, Brad. We got to hold them here, 3rd and 22, big down.
So as Jim mentioned, 3rd down and 22 here for the Bulldogs. Still no score here in the first quarter of play. Man in motion now coming to the bottom of your screen. Quarterback, plenty of time to throw. Still plenty of time to throw. Great coverage by the Indians. They're going to break it downfield. And are you serious? Did he catch that?
ICC saying no.
They're going to say he caught it. And, oh, my goodness. Coach Moore on the sideline going irate. And, guys, they needed 36, and they got 37 on the pickup. And to make matters even worse, there were 4 Indians around the football there that had a chance to break up that pass. So a big-time break there for the Bulldogs, as that's been the case so far. We've seen a couple of holding calls not be called, a late hit on the quarterback, and then a ball that like it fell to the turf, instead calling a completion. Now it's going to be a handoff here, breaking it to the outside, gets to the corner, looking for it to get to the outside, and a solid pickup there on 1st down. And the Bulldogs starting to move now offensively.
Yeah, able to bounce it out to the outside there was Thompson for Gulf Coast. So a solid pickup, as you mentioned there, able to get out to the outside and turn upfield. So, again, solid pickup there, 2nd and 4 here, Mr. Ingram.
Need to step it up. We had something bad happen, got a long pass complete for a 1st down. Get over that, make some plays here on defense.
Handoff again this time. The Indians in the backfield to make the stop. No gain on the play. And just what the doctor ordered right there, Jim. Going to be a 3rd down and 4 situation. Indians defense trying to come up strong once again. Coming up on 8 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Still no score. Bulldogs driving right to left on your radio dial for those that are listening here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. 3rd down and 4. Anderson awaiting the snap, gets it. Quick slant over the middle. Pass is complete. Good for the 1st down as they get the ball out to about the 28-yard line. And again, just those quick hitters are causing us a lot of problems tonight, guys.
We sent the blitz, didn't get there. Didn't have any safety help. Give them credit, good completion.
So another 1st down here for the Bulldogs. Keeps the drive alive. 7:25 to go in the first quarter. Bulldogs knocking on the door once again with the ball at the 28-yard line. Pistol formation. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Handoff is going to be out of the backfield. Now it cuts up the middle, has a big hole. Is able to get the ball inside the 25 down to about the 23-yard line. And another solid pickup on 1st down. Stop me if you've heard that before.
Well, the Indians did a good job of stringing it out where he didn't get to the edge, but when he cut back up, he found just a small seam there, Mr. Ingram, which was enough for him to kind of sneak in through that seam right there and get a good pickup right there, 5 on 1st down.
2nd down and 5, handoff again. Indians had him in the backfield, tripped him up, and maybe a gain of 1 on the play. And so a great job, as you said there, Brad, by the Indians to snuff that one out.
Yeah, that was Dontavius Allen, linebacker there on the outside, and just basically made a shoestring tackle, keeping him from turning upfield, Mr. Ingham. It's going to make it now I've got another 3rd down situation here, 3rd and 4.
Big play here. Need the defense to step up.
6:20 to go here in the first quarter. ICC and Gulf Coast scoreless. Looks for the quick slant route. The ball was batted down. Good job there by the Indians defense, as I believe that was number 42 for the Indians, Jarquez Tucker. You're taught if you can't get to the quarterback in a passing situation, get those arms, head, legs, feet, whatever you got to get up in the air in the passing zone. And that time he was able to pat that ball to the ground.
They're not going for the field goal, guys. 4th and a long 3 or short 4. They're going for it again here, Brad.
So a big time down here for the Bulldogs. In the shotgun, trying to go with the hard snap count. The Indians didn't jump. Now they're going to readdress the play. Quarterback going to call it on his own here. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Slant route, and it's thrown behind him, and it's incomplete, and the Indians' defense stands strong again.
Yeah, great job by this defense. The thing is, Mr. Ingram, and Coach Macon mentioned in the pregame, defense played great last week, playing good again this week, solid. Can they continue to play as solid as they're playing if the offense is continuing to go 3 and out? No.
We can't do that. We got to get some 1st downs. Give the defense a break. Give them a rest. We need to get some 1st downs here, take control of field position. But, hey, first part of the ball game, our defense has stepped up.
Indians with only 4 yards total offense now with their third possession of the game. ICC with 2 receivers wide. Now they're going to send a man in motion going to the high side of the field. Now it's going to give to French. French lowers his head, bullies his way forward, almost slips out of a tackle, and the biggest gain of the night there is a good run by Charleston French.
Yeah, he runs so well.
That was not French.
No, that was not French.
That was Travion Oliver.
Correct.
7, I believe.
Did a great job of running between the tackles right there by Oliver.
Again, same play, man in motion. It'll be a gain of 7 on the play. India's going to give it to him once again. This time he tries to get around the corner. He is met, tattooed, and brought to the ground just shy of the 30. So Oliver with the carry there. Gain of maybe 1/2 a yard. It'll be a 3rd down and 3 situation, so they're going to give him credit back to the original line of scrimmage. Clock inside 5.5 now here in the first quarter. Still no score. ICC and number 8, Gulf Coast. Possession down here for the Indians. 3rd down and 3. Stover, your quarterback. You've got 2 receivers on the far side of the field. There is a tight end in the case here. Stover had that pass batted down, and that's been about the 3rd pass tonight we've seen combined by both teams getting in the way. And unfortunately for the Indians, they're going to have to send out the punt unit for another Little Caesars punt.
Well, the H-back in that case, I couldn't see who it was, wasn't able, got out and made contact with the blitz man coming in, but wasn't able to make enough contact to keep him blocked. He got his hands up when Stover threw the ball and was able to get his paw on it and knock it down, again forcing a 4th down here for ICC.
I believe Karsten Langford is back for this Little Caesars punt here for the Indians. Good snap, no pressure, and booms this kick, spiraling kick, is going to be caught and taken about the 34-yard line and gets away from it. The Indians thought he might have been calling a fair catch. Now this is going to be a big return. An opportunity here to take this one to the house. 10-5, touchdown Bulldogs.
Yeah, totally reversed the field right there on the coverage. The punt coverage was punt right over there, and nothing was doing over on that side. Great coverage on that side. Was able to turn around, reverse the field, come back around, and no one home, Mr. Ingram, touchdown.
Brad, you talked about it before the game. Special teams is so important in a ball game like this. Our defense has played well all first quarter, and then a great punt, his best punt of the year in distance-wise. We just didn't cover it.
No.
So waiting the extra point here for the Bulldogs as they lead it 6-0. Snaps a good one. The kick is up. Indians nearly get to it, but the kick is good. We'll take a break and hear from First American National Bank and come back with that kickoff as ICC trails at 7-0 with 4:42 to go here in the first quarter.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed, attach images to your transactions, apply travel notices to your account, and make person-to-person payments. You can even set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or just to monitor your account balance. The best part is that you can bank anytime, anywhere. At First American National Bank, get that hometown feel, the high-tech touch.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as it's 7-0 after that punt return of 63 yards by Bilbo. Makes it a 7-0 contest now in favor of the Bulldogs. As we talked about it, special teams being a big factor in these games. That was another one right there. So getting set for this First American National Bank kickoff. ICC fans, show your school spirit with the First American National Bank exclusive ICC debit card. Visit FAMB.bank for more information. Driving kick's going to be taken back by the Indians. That is going to be number 1, Strong on the return. He's trying to get to the outside. Is tripped up, and a beautiful open field tackle right now for the Bulldogs. Guys, Lady Momentum is dressed in gray and navy right now.
Yeah, again, a lot of speed right there by Strong, trying to get to the edge over there, unable to do so. So now the Indians will not even be starting on the 20. They made it to the 18 here. So, again, kind of not the best field position, Mr. Ingram, that we want to start on.
No doubt.
A couple of quick shout-outs. Jody Gore watching out in South Carolina, my little sister, watching out there. Also, Andy Kirk said he made it home in time to watch it on the big screen. So couple of shout-outs there to those who are watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Quick pass to the outside. Bobbled, makes one miss, gets a block, and skips over another one. And that's going to be the biggest play of the night by the Indians, as that was T.J. Atkins that reeled that one in.
Yeah, put him in motion, if I'm not mistaken. He was in motion coming across the field, snaps the ball, and then pops up, throws it to the wide receiver, Atkins over there, and great gain right there. So 2nd and 1, we'd love to get that first down of the game.
We got to right here, Brad. Let's be honest. Our defense has kept us in the game. Yes, it's just first quarter, but we've been 3 and out. We need a first down here.
So it'll be a 2nd down, and we'll call it a long 2. Handoff, and the Bulldogs are in the backfield, and French is going to be tackled for a loss.
Yeah, I think the Bulldogs were in our huddle or saw the play call or something on that one, or we called the play into the Bulldogs because they knew exactly what we were running back there, and as soon as we handed it off to French, he was down.
And we lost 4 yards. 3rd and 5, possession down, 3:35 left in the first quarter, 7-0 Gulf Coast up on our Indians.
So as Jim mentioned, 7-0 is your score. 3:30 to go here. It's going to be a second, or actually now they got it 2nd down, but it is a 3rd down. The board's saying 2nd down, but it is a 3rd down and 4 here for the Indians. Stover wants to throw this one out, and just off target there, as that pass was intended for T.J. Atkins. And guys, right now, to say the Indians' offense is sputtering might be a compliment.
Yeah, again, I mean, Atkins was open in a sense. I mean, he was. It was open enough to where you could fit a ball in there. I mean, it was not thrown where anyone else could make a play on it, luckily, so not play for Gulf Coast. But yet again, ICC goes in, and you're looking at 3 and out here and another punt.
Another Little Caesars punt. Got to be careful there, as that one nearly took a knee. As this is a driving kick, puts him back to the 30-yard line. Indians going to make the tackle for a loss on the return, as the ball is going to be taken and tackled at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, kudos to Mr. Langford right there, because I'm going to tell you, had a tough week last week in the first half. Right there, great punt right there, drove and flipped this field position. This is the deepest that Gulf Coast will start on offense.
ICC fans, that Little Caesars punt reminds you can order online or through the Little Caesars app, or you can visit 1405 South Outer Street right there in Fulton. They've got a hot and ready pizza waiting on you, and actually, you guys had some pizza before the game. Is it Little Caesars?
I believe Brad did. I didn't have one.
I didn't have any Little Caesars pizza.
Okay. Somebody's telling stories, folks. It's going to be 1st down and 10. Another quick out pass, and the Bulldogs able to reel that one in. Nice open field tackle made that time. That was Samson Israel, who, by the way, recently committed to Troy on the tackle, as that's going to be a gain of about 3, maybe 4 on the play.
Yeah, a little wide receiver out right there, pattern in a sense there. So, like you say, gain 3 right there on 1st down.
Good job by Israel. He didn't start the game, but he came in early in the first quarter, playing very, very steady.
And it's going to be a fake handoff, pass over the middle. Ooh, in and out of the hands of the receiver. That's a break for the Indians, because ICC looked like they were kind of just standing around looking for the ball. Had he caught that, it had been trouble.
Did one of our backers get a hand on that?
I think it just went in and out of his hands. He threw it behind him and just couldn't reel it in.
It looked like one to me. Of course, now we're sitting here in tinted windows, and this is a great broadcast booth, by the way, folks. So don't take anything away from it. But we're at tinted windows at night, and this is where normally Gore will make a comment about my eyesight, but it is tinted windows.
I'm not saying anything, Brad. I'm just been worried about you wanting to get your eyes checked. So it's going to be a 3rd down and long situation. Indians bring in pressure. Forces the quarterback out. Now he's going to toss it forward, and it's caught. Oh, my goodness. Are you serious?
Play by the quarterback.
This play's still going, and that was something special right there by Eli Anderson, as he just sidearmed that one, found a guy wide open, and what was a 3rd down and long turns into another impressive conversion and a 1st down for the Bulldogs.
Big play. We had them backed up, 3rd and 7 deep in their territory. They come out with about a 30-yard pass to get a 1st down.
So now it'll be 1st down and 10. Quarterback rolls out to his right, completes another pass. There is a flag down. Running back still going forward, still spinning out to the 30. And it's an exciting play, but I'm afraid this one's going to go for naught, as this should be in the area of holding.
Yeah, I certainly hope so.
So if they get 1 out of every 4, I mean, that's 25%.
I saw the referee say come back, so it is against Gulf Coast.
The officials talking this one over, we do want to remind you of some more of our sponsors that are helping bring tonight's game your way. That's the ICC Wesley Foundation. They're located across the street from the Davis Event Center. They meet for worship on Tuesday nights. Follow them on Instagram or Facebook at ICC Wesley. We also want to remind you of the ICC Baptist Student Union. Follow them on Twitter at ICC BSU. Actually, I think they've got a new Twitter now. I think it's ICC Baptist Student. But either way it goes, they're a proud sponsor. They meet. They call it a personal foul?
15 yards.
That's what he said, personal foul. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, I'm glad you did, because I was just going through the motions over here, telling you about how you can join the ICC BSU for fellowship each Monday night at 7:07.
And that's important, by the way.
It is.
It's very important.
They do a great job for our students out there, does the BSU and the Wesley Foundation. There'll be no personal fouls there because you're going to be around some good kids. Inside a minute and a half to go now. And it's going to be a handoff to the running back in the backfield, and he busts through a big-time hole, breaks some tackles, and goes forward. Impressive run there by Thompson. Gets up about half of that penalty yardage, if not a little bit more. It's going to break it a second down and about 15 situation here, coming up on a minute to play in the first quarter.
You're right, Adam. He got 10 yards on that carry, but we still got him behind the chain, second down and 15. Need to stop him here.
Yeah, great job of blocking by the offensive line right there. The backer that ICC came up with over-penetrated, ran into the back of one of our defensive linemen right there and wasn't able to make a play.
Quick pass out, and that was a screen pass. Not necessarily the traditional screen pass, but it was one of those they got away with, one of those little rub routes as the receiver going down the middle of the field bumped into the intended receiver's DB to get him open, and luckily that ball fell incomplete. The reason why I say that is because it's how Notre Dame got kind of messed out of a playoff game getting caught on that play.
This is big, Brad. 3rd and 15. Let's get off the field, stop them right here.
So waiting the snap here. Man in motion coming to the bottom of your screen here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Anderson, plenty of time to throw. Over the middle, pass is caught. And, man, Anderson can sling it. But not only that, he's got guys that just find the open spots of the field. He's got plenty of time to throw behind that big offensive line. He has looked impressive.
Well, what they're doing, Mr. Ingram, is they're running down there. Those receivers are running down in that zone coverage, and they're slipping in there where it's no man's land right now. And it's between the safeties and the backers back there, basically, is where they're sitting. They're stopping. They're turning in. They're stopping. He throws and catch.
Handoff trying to bounce it to the outside. Slips off one tackle. Another runs out of bounds. And a good run there. Anderson, 9 of 17 for 112 yards so far in the game. I believe that was Thompson on the carry, and that could very well be the final play here of the first quarter. 7-0 is your score. It was a 63-yard kickoff return, or excuse me, punt return by the Bulldogs. That's the difference in the contest right now. We're going to take a break here from Renaissance Bank and more. Be back with more here on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today.
And welcome back. We apologize to Purnell for having to cut short on that one. And again, the pass is thrown forward. It's just these little quick nickel and dime routes that are making it work here for the Bulldogs.
Another first down. Marking the ball, I believe, at our 19-yard line. Brad, our defense needs to step it up here. We just started second quarter. We're down 7-0. They returned a punt on us. Our defense has played well. Need to step up again.
Bulldogs in a pistol formation here, first down and 10. Hand off to the long running back. He gets a nice surge forward. He's going to get out to about the 16-yard line and a pickup of a 3 on the play. So pickup of 3 on the play makes it a second down and 7 situation with the Bulldogs knocking on the door. Handoff again, this time knifes his way between defenders, gets down to the 12-yard line. And guys, that India's defense, I mean, you can't really fuss right now because they've been on the field pretty much all night.
They have. As we mentioned, we don't have a first down yet, do we?
We do not.
No.
We still don't have a first down.
We have a total of
17
yards offense.
And they have 132 yards. You're usually not going to win a game when it's that much discrepancy in your yardage.
So the Bulldogs with it, a third down and let's call it 3 situation here. Dropping back to pass. Indians bring pressure. Passes to the outside and falls incomplete as that was number 5, Harper, on the coverage for the Indians.
Unbelievable. They're going to try a field goal, guys.
Well, that was great coverage right there on the edge there by Harper, as we mentioned. Were able to kind of get in front of that pass, put a hand out there where it was not catchable, and it kind of made it difficult. So good job to force them to a field goal attempt here, and hopefully we can hold them to that.
29-yard attempt.
So it's going to be Showalter in here for this kick. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Bulldogs now take a 10-0 advantage over the Indians. 13:25 to go here until halftime. We're going to take a break here from the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi and be back with more right after this.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we've got 13:25 to go here until halftime. 10-0 is your score after that field goal attempt was successful. And guys, the Indians have got to put something together here offensively to give this defense a break. This long kick is going to go into the end zone, so the Indians will let it go, and this will be their best starting field position of the night at the 25.
Adam, let's be honest. They're up 10-0. They have 7 first downs. We have 0. They have 150 total yards. We have 17 yards.
What's the time of possession? Just out of curiosity.
Well, it's not bad. It's around 9 minutes versus 5 minutes.
Still, they're dominating the time of possession.
Time of possession. This is first quarter stats I'm looking at. Of course, we just started the second quarter. But total yardage, only 17 yards, sitting on 0 first downs. That has got to change.
So it'll be a Davis Ford first down here for the Indians. Stover is your quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. That is going to be French in the backfield, standing to the left of Stover. Atkins a little bit in motion now. Is going to come in on that slant route. Now French goes out wide up top. Stover wants to load up and throw. He's hit as he throws, and the receiver couldn't come back to the football.
Well, that ball was looked like it was tipped somewhere.
He was
deflected.
He was hit as he threw it that time, so it kind of come out, for lack of a better word, a little ducky.
Gotcha.
So the pass falls incomplete. Indians have only completed 1 pass tonight, and that was a 9-yard pass to T.J. Atkins. So it'll be a second down and 10 situation. Stover wanting to throw again. This time the pass is going to be complete. Breaks a tackle, but steps out of bounds around the 30. So that'll be a pickup of 5 yards there for the Indians. Make a third down, a possession down here, a little bit more manageable.
Right, that's Ashby, the true freshman at Itawamba ATS High School. He's beginning to play more and more this year.
So it'll be a third down and 5 here. Indians looking to the sideline inside 13 minutes to go until halftime. We'll have a special halftime show coming your way here for those watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com or those listening also on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. Stover zips this one forward, and they're going to see if it's complete. Yes, it is. It's going to be a yard short of the first down. And
maybe you go for it, guys. Our defense is tired. I know it's on our own 34. It's 10-0, second quarter. I understand.
Maybe do a hard count, see if you can jump on all sides. If you can't, they're going to send out the punt.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I'd say you got to in this situation.
I understand.
I thought maybe see if you can't get them to jump off sides, take a timeout, then punt, just to buy yourself a little bit more time in that situation. But it will be a Little Caesars punt coming up once again here for the Indians.
I like your Kenny Rogers gambler attitude there, Mr. Ingram.
Yeah, but then it can backfire and be 17-0 quickly.
I mean, that
see, here's the thing. I don't question Jim Ingram.
No, you should.
High snap as he was able to climb the ladder to go get it. Good kick again, end-over-end kick. It's going to hit, bounce straight up in the air. The Indians are going to down it. But another good field position here for the Bulldogs, and that's really been the tale of the tape tonight, guys. The Indians, their best field position of the night has been the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs are averaging probably around starting about that 40-yard line of their own.
Yeah, good job again by Langford, though. I'm going to call him out again. They did a great job. It was a high snap. Anytime you have anything like that on a high snap, it throws your timing off. It also gives the defense a little time there to get toward the ball. He had to hurry his kick. Still did a good job of getting it out of there, in my opinion. So good job by Langford.
No doubt. I think he's punted already 6 times in a little bit over a quarter.
Yeah, leg ought to be getting sore.
So it'll be a first down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Pistol formation. Fake the handoff. Pass is going to be complete once again. And the Indians are there to swarming for the tackle, but another pickup of about 7. Or actually, wow, they're going to give him a gain of 11 on the play. So I must have had a horrible angle, or maybe which wasn't paying attention.
I don't think you were paying attention.
Must have not been. So the officials, they were down there a lot closer to the ball than I am, and they're not looking through a tinted window either.
I'm telling you, I told you all these tinted windows were tough.
So it'll be another first down here for the Bulldogs. Ball at the 49-yard line, 11:15 to go here until halftime. Passes out and dropped, and there was a big-time break for the Indians because, guys, again, the Indians didn't have anyone 5 yards within the football.
No, it's that soft coverage, what they're running on the edges out there on the DBs. DBs are going back with them, but what the receivers are doing are running about 10 and stop. They're doing that 10 stop, turn around, pop that pass in there. DBs are already about 5 yards down the field, in case they run a fly route or something like that. That's not happening right now. They're not going long. They're just running these, as you mentioned earlier, Adam, these real short 10, maybe be the longest, pass they're throwing.
So it'll be a second down and 10 now for the Bulldogs. 2 running backs, but 1 man goes in motion. That's where they're going to go.
Great
But there's
job.
the Indians with the
Nice
sack.
job.
Well, and he's kind of on his blind side there. He turned because you had the I guess who was that for Gulf Coast? That was a receiver that came out there on the edge. He was looking at him, kind of had a little pump fake there on him, and our lineman there for Etowah was able to break through right there and get the sack. So good job by Etowah. Got a loss of 5.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys, here's the important part. We've had them in a third and long situation, but they've been able to convert them. Indians defense, you got to have a stop, and you can't ask too much from the defense. Spain puts on pressure. The pass is going to be incomplete. And again, I say you can't ask the defense too much. Well, they came up again big time for the Indians.
Great play by our defense. I mean, they've been on the field all night and only given up a field goal. Offense has got to help them out here.
Yeah, it was great pressure, too, by the defense again. We put pressure on the quarterback the previous play, put pressure on him again on third down right there to where he was not able to get his feet set and make a good throw. Plus, the DBs had good coverage downfield again, so forced a punt here for Gulf Coast.
So first punt of the night here for the Bulldogs, and it's a beauty. Spiraling kick. Indians are going to take it about the 17, breaks off one tackle, and then is greeted aggressively by the second tackle there.
I would say he was greeted rudely.
Yes. It was one of those that he broke that first tackle, but, boy, paid for it on the second.
Well, he was able to catch the ball. It was a great punt there by Gulf Coast. Able to catch the ball kind of on the run there, so was able to kind of get a run and go at it. But, again, like you said, that second guy in coverage right there was just waiting on him, and there you go. So you got the first down here with the ball on the 22 for the Indians. Let's make something happen here.
So the Indians' offense back on the field, trying to find something that will work. This is first down and 10 being brought to you by Davis Ford. Going to try to go with the screen pass out to, I believe that's French. He's going to be hit and upended. And what looked to be a promising play still only netted about 3 yards.
Yeah, but I like to see those screens worked in, and I think French is a great back right there that we've got that can work that in. We can run a little good screen pass right there. So I like that because it's not dropping Stover back totally when we work in some passes here and get him some confidence back there in the backfield.
So Stover awaiting the snap, calling for it, goes for the hard count. Bulldogs don't bite on it. Be a second down and 7 situation here now for the Indians. 10-0 is your score. 9:40 to go here until halftime. Stover awaiting the snap. Now wants to zip it across the middle and tipped and nearly picked off by the Bulldogs. As Stover that time, well, Rick Collier may want to check on him because he brought the heat on that one.
He did.
It wasn't thrown where our receiver out there, I think that was Harper. No, I'm sorry. Was not Harper. That was Smith out there who was not able to bring the pass in. Didn't have a lot of pepper on it, as you said.
So it'll be a third down and 7. Ball at the 25-yard line. We talked about the windows being tinted. Well, mine's starting to fog up as well. So I'm just going to have to turn it over to you guys.
Come on.
Indians with 3 receivers here on the near side of the field. One up top by himself. Snap was a little slow to get to Stover. Throw over the middle is caught. Ooh. And oh my gosh. Are they going to call that a fumble?
No.
They're going to call that incomplete. But my goodness. And then you got a shove from one of the Bulldog players afterwards on an ICC player, and no flag. And I think it's because the officials are paying attention to the injured Indian that time. And, well, that was a break for the Bulldogs because they did straight up shove the player, and they got away with it. We're going to take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a maestro of the clarinet. A famous speed solver.
Piece of cake.
A noted cheese connoisseur.
Limburger.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back. As a good sign there, guys. A.J. Smith able to walk off on his own power. Great show of sportsmanship. As a round of applause for both the ICC and Gulf Coast fans as well as the players after Smith was able to get up after that vicious hit. And this punt is going to be down right about the 45-yard line. So, again, ideal starting field position here for the Bulldogs. They're actually going to move it up to the 44, where to be a 1st down and 10 situation. And, we talked with Coach Macon before the game. He said field position is going to be important. And right now that has been dominated by the Bulldogs.
No doubt about it, Adam. And we're asking our defense, Brad, again to step up. And they've been so solid tonight. 9:14 left in the second quarter, 10-0. They've only given up the field goal because the other 7 points was a punt return. They got to keep stepping it up because our offense right now is struggling. That's an understatement.
Eli Anderson's looked sharp. He was good last week, tossing 5 touchdowns in the win over Northwest. Well, tonight the running game has been there, as this time they just slipped through and eventually fight forward out to about the 50. Now make it the 48 after the second effort since they're getting up. And I tell you what, this Bulldog team, they're looking good, guys.
Yeah, they we had him back there, at the line of scrimmage. We basically had him, and he kept driving and going and just kind of slipping his way through, and good Lord, was able to get 6 out of it. So 2nd down, then 4.
We need a turnover in the worst way right here, Adam. Flip this field.
Something to give the Indians something positive here. So it'll be a 2nd down and 4 situation. A handoff once again follows his blockers, and that's going to be good enough for another 1st down. Needed 4, got 5. And, guys, right now the Bulldogs, they're just moving at will. So the ball out to the 43-yard line. That'll be 1st down and 10. These 1st downs being brought to you by our friends over at Davis Ford Tab and Company, a proud supporter of not only ICC Athletics but Itawamba Community College as well. Bulldogs with 2 receivers on the far side. They got an H-back up in the pistol formation. Handoff once again, and again, it's just charging right up the middle. And this is just the offensive line saying, get behind us, guys. Ride our coattails. We're taking you down the field.
You're right, Adam. The last 2 possessions, Brad, they came out and threw the ball and were not successful. First 3 plays of this possession, running off tackle. They decided to try to run the ball and get the 1st down.
Well, you look at that offensive line. That's a pretty big offensive line out there. We got some big old boys. It's going to be a 2nd down and 7. That's not 7. Be a 2nd down and about 6.
Yeah.
And this time the handoff up the middle. The Indians wrap him up, but not until he gains about 3 more on the play. And so I tell you what, these Bulldog running backs, look, they're shot out of the cannon once they get the handoff.
Yeah, I couldn't see who made the tackle for us right there, but they did a good job. It was a linebacker. I think it was Jaden Thompson, if I'm not mistaken, that made that tackle at the linebacker in the middle linebacker slot right there. Great job there to kind of bring him back and held him. So I thought that was an excellent play by Jaden.
No doubt. 3rd and 3.
Bulldogs back to pass over the middle, wide open, just slips down at the 25, or he still had some more room to run. Indian secondary looking confused as they're all pointing at each other as if it was someone else's man, but the Bulldogs are finding that zone, running to the open spots, sitting down and waiting for the football, and Anderson's delivering a good one. 1st down and 10 once again here for the Bulldogs as they're marching down the field. Handoff, cut back up the middle, breaks off 1 tackle, is going to be drugged down with the 2nd, and another big pickup there on 1st down.
Another 5 or 6 yards, Brad. Give them credit. Good blocking. And they're wearing our defense down because they've been on the field a long time today. They got to suck it up and find a way to stop them here, hold them to at least the field goal. Our coaches see that and call the defense a timeout.
Timeout on the field. We're going to take the timeout with them. Let's hear from Coke and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat. And like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
We need more thin crust.
To the decision wheel. Toppings.
Mama wants
Italian sausage and green pepper. Order a large 2-topping thin crust online for $8.99. Pizza.
And welcome back out of the timeout. 6:27 to go here until halftime. Bulldogs lead this one 10-0, but are threatening to score here again, as this has been one of their most methodical drives, as they've mainly kept it on the ground here out of this pistol formation. They've kind of brought in an extra running back or a tight end in tight to help block across the way as well, and they're going to keep it on the ground again. Going to try to bounce it to the outside. The Indians were there, snuff it out, but still we hit them behind the line of scrimmage and somehow able to fall forward for a gain of 1.
Right now, the O-line is beating us up front on the D-line. I mean, it is what it is. They're, when your chin's up and when your head's back right there, your O-line is doing their job of driving back or at least containing the D-line. D-line is not going to make a tackle as long as their shoulders are back straight up and their heads are up, basically looking at the sky.
So 3rd down and 3. There is a flag down. The Indians make the stop, and they actually hit him back for a loss of maybe 1 or 2 on the play, but let's see what the flag is about here.
I hope we're not offsides, because if we're not offsides against them, we need to decline the penalty, but it's against us.
The Bulldogs pointing the way of the Indians there, and they're going to accept that one, and it's going to be enough for the 1st down. As we'll wait to see what the official says here, and that is going to be the case, Mr. Jim. Offsides on the Indians. Guys, when it rains, it pours, and, man, it's pouring on the Indians. We saw a lot of mental mistakes last week. Well, haven't seen as many this year, but the offense can't get going. The defense makes a stop for a loss of about 2 on the play, but instead was offsides, and it's going to turn into a 1st down, and 10 have to get to the 2.5 to pick up the 1st down here for the Bulldogs. Quarterback dropping back to pass, has plenty of time, now loads up, throws, and is back of the end zone.
Caught it in the back.
And it is.
It's not the receiver that it was intended for, but the back guy in the back corner of the end zone was able to reel in the pass after it went through the hands, basically, of the first intended receiver. So just good positioning there.
Yeah, I would say it's just one of those, we talked about when things are going against you, they go against you, but when things are going for you, they're going for you. And that was one of those, as you said, Brad, it wasn't the intended receiver, but it still resulted in a touchdown. And the Bulldogs, we said it, were knocking on the door. Well, they found someone to answer, and they're waiting the extra point here to see if they can go up 17-0. Kick is up, and the kick is good. We're going to take a timeout here, a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more here on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get set for another First American National Bank kickoff here for the Bulldogs. We said it, guys. It wasn't the intended receiver, but a heads-up play by the young man in the backfield. I believe you said it was maybe number 19.
Right, Walker.
Walker for the Bulldogs is able to catch that and reel it in. 17-0 now. 5:30 to go in the second quarter. So waiting the kick here. As the last kick went into the end zone, and that really gave the Indians their best starting field position all night at the 25. The Bulldogs, you got to think, probably averaging around the 40-45-yard line is where they've started all night tonight. A high kick is going to be taken a yard deep in the end zone by the Indians, trying to get to the outside. Now cuts the corner, and another hard hit as the Indians brought down at the 20. Right now, if I'm the coaches for the Indians, guys, I say, hey, if it's going near the end zone, just let it go out the back.
Let it go.
Yeah, they've had great special teams coverage tonight, even when they punted or when they have kicked off to us. So excellent job, excellent execution there on special teams by Gulf Coast.
So it'll be a 1st down and 10 here, being brought to you by Davis Ford. Visit DavisFordSales.com or stop by and see them at 904 West Main Street in Fulton to experience the Davis Ford difference. New quarterback in the game here for the Indians. It's going to be a handoff to Oliver. Like Oliver might have snatched that one out of the hands of Ty Davis, who enters the contest. A gain of 1, maybe 1.5 on the play to bring up a 2nd down and a short 9, long 8 here for the Indians.
As Adam mentioned, we've got 5 minutes till halftime. It's been all Gulf Coast tonight. They're up 17-0. Need to get a little drive here going, Brad, just to get some confidence for our offense and get the defense off the field, get a rest. Need to have a good play here by our offense.
2 receivers here on the near side, 1 up top now coming in motion to pinch in tight. Davis gets the low snap, picks it up, plenty of time to throw, loads up over the middle, and is it caught? No, it is dropped as it was intended for number 3, Nick Fortune, and now to bring up a 3rd down and 9. Well, guys, the Indians have got to find something, anything that will work here, and the ground game, well, that's not it. The passing game so far, well, that hadn't been it either, so the Indians just want to try to get to halftime and see if they can figure things out here. Indians, I think, with only 30 yards of total offense right now and over 200 for the Bulldogs. So waiting at 4:43 to go here after that pass was incomplete. Davis dropping back. A helmet comes flying off. Davis launches this one downfield, and it's going to be picked off by the Bulldogs. And tackled and dropped at the 42. You would think with a helmet coming flying off, there'd be illegal hands to the face given call there because, well, how else will a helmet come off?
No doubt.
But the Bulldogs camping out in center field picked that one off, and again, everything going the way of the Bulldogs here in the first half.
Well, Sessoms was the receiver out there. No, it may have been Fortune. I'm sorry. Fortune was the receiver. Had a step on his guy out there and did have him beat. Great job on the play of the safety by Gulf Coast. Yep. Read it, stepped over, and stepped in front of the pass there, got the interception.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. A chance to put more points on the board heading into halftime. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. They are in the pistol formation. Handoff, and he cuts back up the middle. The Indians stack them up and make the play.
Yeah, good job there on the D-line now right there by the ICC Indians there and the linebacking crew as well. Come in, you had about 3 right in there on the tackle. Still going to get him, they're going to say forward progress, got him to the line of scrimmage, so no gain.
Yeah, J.D. Medlin, the true freshman lineman from Starkville, Mississippi, made the play.
So 2nd down and 10 now here for the Bulldogs, coming up on 4 minutes to play until halftime. Same formation. Quarterback drops back to pass. It is complete, bobbled for a second, but was able to hold on to it. Gets the ball out to about the 38-yard line. So to bring up a 3rd down and long situation here, possession down for the Bulldogs. The Indians, well, they've struggled to find their way off the field in these situations, and they, rightfully so, are probably exhausted right now. But you got to find a way to dig deep and make a stop.
Yeah, better coverage right there by the Indians. I like the play right there. It was a minimal gain, so, again, good job on the coverage.
Indians bring pressure, picked up nicely by the Bulldogs. Pass is somehow between a couple of defenders, and the Bulldogs going to take it down to the 10, now make it the 8, maybe the 7 by the time it is out of bounds. What a pass by Eli Anderson, and move the chains once again on 3rd down.
You said it. What a pass, because he did. He placed that one in the perfect position and in the perfect spot right there, again, because you had 2 defenders back there, a safety and a DB, and again, able to place that ball just in the perfect position. 1st down, Gulf Coast, 1st and goal.
So it is a 1st and goal. The ball is on the 8-yard line here as Anderson in the shotgun. He wants to throw over the middle, a jump ball, and it is incomplete. I think he was looking for one route, didn't have it, so he just simply threw it out of the back of the end zone.
Good job by our defense. Rousey was back there covering, cut the receiver off, couldn't run this pattern. Need to step up here, guys. Hold them to at least a field goal attempt. It's 17-0, 2:40 until halftime. 2nd and goal. Gulf Coast got the ball at our 8-yard line.
So the Bulldogs with it. 2 receivers here on the near side. They do have a tight end in the game. He stays in to block. Quarterback unloads, zips across the middle, and a great job there by the Indians, as that was Samson Israel, the Troy commit, coming in and breaking that one up.
Great play, covered the man, didn't put his right hand on his shoulder, threw that left hand out, knocked the ball down. Great play by Israel.
One of the few highlights we're going to have in the first half.
No doubt about it. That was one of the big highlights there.
So it's going to be 3rd and goal. Ball is still at the 8-yard line here for the Bulldogs. They go 2 receivers on both sides of the football, running back in the backfield with Anderson. Anderson, quick drop, slant. It's picked off by the Indians, and a smart play there to just quickly get down. That'll be a touchback as that was Ryan Musselwhite with the INT.
Yeah,
talking about needing a play, Brad.
Oh, yeah, linebacker did a great job dropping back in zone coverage, read it very well, able to snag that ball, Mr. Ingram. That's what we needed. We got our first takeaway here of the game. Now, we still got 2 minutes and a half left. We're going to get the ball out here on the 20, no, the 20.
20.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, the 20, and we do have 2 timeouts left. If something can get brewing. Now, something's got to get brewing first.
No doubt.
Yeah. We ain't anything brewing yet.
No, we ain't
even cut the coffee pot on you.
we can't even find the coffee mug.
Well, we ain't even found the power switch. But anyway, if something can get brewing, we got 2 timeouts left.
Davis stays in at quarterback here with the Davis Ford first down. 3 receivers here on the near side. Davis wants to throw this one out. It is complete, and another hard hit put on there, as that was number 1, Strong, reeling that one in. The pass complete for about 3 yards.
Yeah, great job by the defense. And when I say that, I'm not discrediting Gulf Coast's defense. They're doing a phenomenal job. And you know, that's just one thing. We have not had an answer to their defense.
2 receivers on both sides of the football, running back to the right of Davis. Calls for the snap, will get it. Passes out, and it's going to be complete, close to a first down, but it's going to be about a yard size. I was going to say another first down, but guys.
Don't say another first down yet.
I want to say this. We haven't had a first down.
That's right. We hadn't.
But we're close. So, again.
Yep.
We're getting ready to do it right here, guys.
3rd down and 1. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. French in the backfield with Davis to his right. Davis trying to go with a hard snap count. And you got the PA board playing music. That's not supposed to be allowed. As French gets the football, he's going to be hit the line of scrimmage, and nothing doing.
Hole closed up fast. There was a hole there briefly. French kind of ran in the back of his offensive lineman in a sense, but the hole closed up. Now, Gulf Coast going to take a timeout to reserve some time there because they've got 2 timeouts left as well.
We're looking like we might go for it. Maybe I'm wrong, Brad, but he has made no movement toward the punter.
Tell him, Kenny. I'm with you, Kenny Rogers. You're doing it all night, gambler. I like your style, Mr. Aaron. You come down here to the coast, you let your hair down.
So that's what it is. We're at the coast, so we're a little closer to that area, so that's what Mr. Ingram's wanting to see.
Yeah, let's get that first down.
You took that barrette out of your hair.
Samstown Market is your source for fresh meat, produce, dairy, and local products. They're located on Highway 371 North, right there in the heart of Manatee. Stop by and see Sam Ferris and the fine folks there at Samstown Market today. The ICC Alumni Association, you can visit iccms.edu/alumni to find out how you can join the Alumni Association. You can also do that with iccms.edu/foundation to find out how you can contribute to Itawamba Community College either through scholarships or more. And, well, the riverboat gambler of Jim Ingram is disappointed. It's going to be another Little Caesars punt coming up here for the Indians.
They're a lot smarter than I am because we need to have a good punt here, and we hadn't had a first down. What makes you think we're going to get one now? So let's punt the ball.
It's a high snap. And
run out of the end zone. Run out of the end zone. Run out of the end zone.
Just stop.
That's all.
Fall on it, and that's going to be a safety.
Special teams miscue again right there. High snap. There's already been one high snap I know of back to Langford tonight. Able to pull it down. There was no way he could pull that one down. That one was way over his head. Special teams miscues.
It hurt us. And Langford did a good job there. All he could do was fall on the end zone, only give up 2 points, get a free kick from our own 20 now. See if we can hold them here until half ends.
And the Bulldogs will get the ball back. Let's hear a quick word from First American National Bank.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back, guys. This is 19-0, 109 to go here. The Indians, after giving up the safety, is going to have to come out and kick this one off, and they're going to be kicking it off, or actually, are they going to like to punt it? Yeah, it looks like they're going to punt it. So you do get the choice of what you want to do, and so the Bulldogs will once again have really good field position coming up after that safety.
Good punt.
And the spiraling kick is going to be taken at the 25 by the Bulldogs. Return up the middle of the field, broke 3 tackles, broke another one, And this one, he's got a kicker to get by and now cuts back across the middle and is going to be tripped up and tackled there. Touchdown saving tackle by number 22, Phil Oliver. And guys, ooh, well, I say ooh, good field position with 56 seconds left.
Well, they've had good field position all night, and I don't speak your words of wisdom, Mr. Jacob.
I don't have any words of wisdom. I'm just saying our defense, who's got to be exhausted, hits the field again with 56 seconds left in halftime. 1st and 10 for Gulf Coast on our 25, up 19-0, and they have 2 timeouts. Our defense has to step it up again.
As Jim mentioned, 19-0, the Bulldogs with the lead and a chance to build on that lead here. Indians showing pressure. They recognize it, and that's exactly where they go with the pass, and it's going to be complete for a gain of 7 on the play.
You're right, Adam. We blitzed our cornerback. Quarterback saw it, threw it right where the receiver would be with no cornerback there. Easy 7-yard pickup.
Bulldogs plenty of time to throw. Now the pressure gets to him. He's just going to throw this one away. Smart play there to stop the clock and keep the drive alive.
Yeah, good coverage downfield by the ICC secondary there. There was nowhere to go. Everyone was fully covered right there. Smart job there by Gulf Coast just to get that ball out of there, throw it away, live to see another down, 3rd down.
So it'll be a 3rd down, and let's call it 3 situation here for the Bulldogs as they lead this one 19-0. Bulldogs with 2 receivers on both sides of the ball. Throw is out to the flats. It's going to be complete, and he's going to be ran out of bounds. And I believe it should be good enough for a 1st down. Yes, they needed 3, got 4. Instead of move the chains for another Davis Ford 1st down.
Mark the ball at the 14-yard line. They still have 2 timeouts, 27 seconds left at halftime. It's been all Gulf Coast so far. They're up 19-0, driving again, Adam, here before the half.
27 seconds to go before halftime. Anderson zips this one out to the 10-yard line. The pass is complete, and he's ran down to about the 5. And the Bulldogs, again, going to that, I don't even want to call it 2-minute offense because you don't have 2 minutes on the clock when they got the ball, but they're in a hurry. And they've got the ball down to about the 5 now, so it'll be 1st and goal to go. They're actually going to call it from the 4. Looks like ICC wants to take the timeout. We'll keep it here, guys. And let me tell you about some more of our sponsors. We've talked to you tonight about Renaissance Bank. Whether you're opening a checking account, starting a business, or looking to expand, Renaissance has the tools to set you up for success. Visit RenaissanceBank.com to learn more. We've said it enough tonight, and we're going to say it again. Little Caesars. You can order online through the Little Caesars app or visit them at 1405 South Adams Street, right there in Fulton. The Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, they're located at 499 Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. The Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi is your preferred choice for orthopedic care. And then Bank Okolona, new name, same great service that North Mississippi has come to know and trust for over 75 years. John Harrod and the staff at Bank Okolona is proud to support ICC athletics and the Northeast Mississippi area. Well, guys, 21 seconds to go until halftime. 19-0 is your score. Bulldogs have it with, I think, still 2 timeouts to burn. Trying to knock on the door, see if they can add some more points before the break.
You're right, Adam. They got the ball at our 4, and they can run the ball because they got those timeouts. Defense needs to step it up again.
And we've got
maybe they move
flags, and boy, that would
I think it's on them.
Be a gift if it was, and it is
procedure
yep. on the Bulldogs.
Now, Brad, you got to think they got to throw it now, backing up to the 9 or 10-yard line with 20 seconds left.
Yes, I mean you would think. I mean you still have 2 timeouts.
Yeah,
I mean so. Yeah, you would think at this point you would be throwing the ball. But there again, you catch the defense sleeping again, and if you're Jim Ingram tonight and you're Kenny Rogers, the gambler, you may want to run that ball right now if that back can get down or get in the end zone.
Man in motion going to the top of your screen here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Pressure coming. Quarterback rolls out. Pass is complete. The tackle is made down about the 3-yard line. And they do call the timeout. They actually look, they might be spotting it at the 4. No, they're going to move it up now to the 3. 13 seconds to play here. It'll be 2nd down and goal to go from the 3. Bulldogs take the timeout. They lead it 19-0. And, guys, we're going to keep it here once again and just moments away here from our Little Caesars halftime report. And, I mean, we can kind of start talking about it now if y'all want to. But
well, I can tell you one good thing.
Tell me.
Your window's defogged.
It is.
But it's. I feel like we're sitting next to Satan up here now, but the windows did defog.
You do realize who just walked in the room when you said
Oh, my God. He's behind us.
Well, if you are looking for a job as the Dean of Student Services, well, guys, let's before we go into that, let's give a shout out to the women's soccer team. They went on the road last night, a battle of undefeated teams between ICC and Columbia State. It was one of the NJCAA soccer spotlight games of the day, and the Lady Indians found a goal late, picked up a 2-1 win to remain unbeaten on the season.
Doing outstanding. Give Coach Schreiber and his staff a lot of credit. A lot of freshmen last year played. They're now sophomores playing very well.
So second down and goal from the 3. Quarterback's going to toss this one up. He's going to be hit and dropped. What a lick put on there by
incomplete
Israel to break that pass up, because that was a big tight end that they tried to get the ball to. And
good timing on the hit. That does still, in my opinion, you run another play here, it's going to be a pass of some sort.
You still have a timeout to burn.
That's right, because you got a timeout.
So 8 seconds to go here. Bulldogs in the shotgun. You've got 2 receivers on both sides of the football and running back in the backfield. He does drop back, look for the quick slant, and It is dropped. Well, you don't have to burn the timeout now, but if you're looking for any type of moral victory in this sense, if the Bulldogs elect to, no, they're going to stay on the offense. So
that took 4 seconds off the clock right there, and that was pretty quick. Now, this is Jim Ingram right here gambling, in my opinion, if they run another play.
He's letting the clock run all the way down. I thought, no, they're going to stay on the field. They're not going to try to field goal.
So with 4 seconds, 4th and goal from the 4, and looks like now ICC is going to take the timeout. Let's keep it here and remind you of some more of our sponsors. ICC fans, you can help support ICC football or your favorite athletic program or the sports information department by visiting iccms.edu/Indian Club. That's iccms.edu/Indian Club. Sam's Town Market is your source for fresh meat, produce, dairy, and local products. They're located on Highway 371 North, right there in the heart of Manatee. Stop by and see Sam Ferris and the fine folks there at Sam's Town Market today. The ICC Baptist Student Union, they worship each Monday night at 7:07, and then you've got the ICC Wesley Foundation as well. They're located right across the street at the Davis Event Center. They meet for worship on Tuesdays.
Got the kicker out there.
They got the kicker. This is basically an extra point. It's a 20-yard field goal. Give our defense credit. They've been on the field all night, forcing the field goal here, regardless if he makes it or not. Defense has played well.
So waiting the snap here, as Jim mentioned, a 20-yard field goal attempt here by the Bulldogs. Snap's a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. As the horn sounds here on the first half, the Bulldogs will go into halftime with a 22-0 lead here over the Indians at the break. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back with some first half thoughts and more here from Perkinson. Indians trail at 22-0 at halftime.
We need more thin crust! What topping should we get?
To the decision wheel. Come on, Dilly.
Mama wants some.
Italian sausage. And green pepper.
These neighbors are weird.
Get a large 2-topping thin crust pizza for $8.99. Order online for pickup or delivery. Pizza.
Yes.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
What topping should we get?
To the decision wheel. Come on, Dilly. Italian sausage. And green pepper.
These neighbors are weird.
Get a large 2-topping thin crust pizza for $8.99. Order online for pickup or delivery. Pizza.
Yes.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're here at halftime. ICC trailing it 22-0. We've got some first half stats that we're going to talk about, and well, it's like a Band-Aid. Let's just go ahead and rip that thing off and talk about them.
Brad, let me go ahead and mention again. It's 22-0. Gulf Coast is up, but listen to these stats. Gulf Coast has 15 first downs. ICC does not have a first down tonight. Gulf Coast has a total of 264 yards. We have 39 total yards. Gulf Coast had the ball 20 minutes. We've had the ball 10 minutes. Gulf Coast has run the ball 55 plays. We've run it 24 plays. It's 22-0, but 9 of those points was not given up by the defense. It was a punt return and a safety. So the defense has been on the field all night and only given up 13 points. Our offense has got to step up and help them.
Yes. I don't know if you've ever watched, if you like me, the old school cartoons. And Mr. Ingram, it's like the offense needs to get out there, and I don't know if you've ever seen it, but they need to do a Wonder Twins activate situation where they kick, and here you go, and the superhero comes out, and they find something on offense to put together to build this and to find some offense in the second half. I will say this, looking at these statistics, punts, ICC has punted 6 times to the Gulf Coast 1. We are averaging 32.2 yards a punt tonight, which is much better. So Langford doing an excellent job. It's a tough night for him when you've had to kick and punt 6 times. Again, defense, we can say what we want to say. The score is 22-0. Like you said, one score, 7 points of that is due to special teams.
Right.
Defense has done a good job to this point to keep us in the game because the offense hasn't done a thing.
And they've been on the field all night.
Yeah.
And, they're playing hard, been on the field all night. We've got to find some offensive strategy, and I say this with a little humor. Our best offensive player tonight has been Langford, our punter.
That's it. Langford, our punter, has done a great job, has flipped the position of the field a couple of times and done an excellent job there. So kudos to him. Had a tough first half last week. We know he did. But, again, kudos to Langford coming in this week down here in a hostile situation, having a tough night, knowing we've needed his leg, and he's giving it to us.
He's done a good job.
Well, if you had a Justice League reference on your bingo card tonight, congratulations, as that was one of my favorite cartoons coming up as well. 22-0 is your score here at halftime. We're going to take a break. For those that are worried, like, oh, man, ICC's on the road. We're not going to get to hear the ICC All-American Band. Have no fear. We're going to take a look back at one of the performances from last year. Here, part of the Little Caesars halftime show. 22-0, Bulldogs with the lead at the break.
What topping should we get?
To the decision wheel. Come on, Dilly. Italian sausage. And green pepper.
These neighbors are weird.
Get a large 2-topping thin crust pizza for $8.99. Order online for pickup or delivery. Pizza.
Yes. Today tastes like a home game. Like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat. And like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team. And it never tasted this good.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
What topping should we get?
To the decision wheel. Remember your train. Come on, Dilly.
Italian sausage. And green pepper.
These neighbors are weird.
Get a large two-topping thin crust pizza for $8.99. Order online for pickup or delivery.
Pizza.
Yes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Itawamba Community College is proud to present to you the 2022 ICC All-American Marching Band. We are thrilled to perform for you this year's program, Seasons. We open our program this evening with the 1935 George Gershwin aria, Summertime, from the opera Porgy and Bess. And now, the ICC All-American Marching Band. Now we present the 1978 Earth, Wind & Fire hit, September, featuring our Indianette dancers. Rangers with the 1987 Bengals cover single, Hazy Shade of Winter, featuring our percussion section. Tonight's performance with music from the 1939 movie, The Wizard of Oz, entitled Over the Rainbow. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 ICC All-American Marching Band. Drum majors for the ICC All-American Band are Alex Hidalgo of Mantachi, Mallory Dabbs of Nettleton, Lindy Mott of Morville, Taylor Brown of Amory, and Zeta Patterson of Itawamba. Color guard captains are Hillary Little of Collierville, Tennessee, and Aaron Dancy of Aberdeen. Indianet instructor is Mandy Eaton. The ICC All-American Marching Band is under the direction of Christy Colburn, Brennan Eaton, Eric Simmons, and Ryan Todd. Thank you, and good evening.
We need more thin crust.
To the decision wheel. Toppings.
Mama wants some.
Italian sausage and green pepper. Order a large two-topping thin crust online for $8.99.
Pizza.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there. down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a maestro of the clarinet, a famous speed solver,
Piece of cake.
a noted cheese connoisseur.
Limburger.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Welcome to the pasta party!
1, 2, 3.
Making new traditions, sharing old stories. Homemade pasta
Enjoy! Cheers to us! We did it!
and a nice cold Coke.
Okay, ready? 1, ready. 2.
That's my recipe for magic.
What topping should we get?
To the decision wheel.
Come on, Dilly. Italian sausage. And green pepper.
These neighbors are weird.
Get a large 2-topping thin crust pizza for $8.99. Order online for pickup or delivery. Pizza.
Yes. And welcome back as we're just moments away from the start of the second half here in Perk. Well, to say it was all the Bulldogs in the first half, well, that wouldn't be fair because, let's say this, yes, the offense didn't pick up a first down, but the simple fact that it's 22-0 right now with the struggles that we had in our offense speaks volumes, A, for our defense, and 2, I mean, we're not out of this thing yet.
We're not out of it. And let's be honest, our offense has struggled. No first downs, but our defense has been competitive tonight. And, Brad, if we can find a way to get off the field here quickly and get something going offensively, need some confidence here.
Well, this is going to be a First American National Bank kickoff to start the second half, and it's going to be taken a yard deep in the end zone here by the Bulldogs. And he's going to slip past one tackler, now gets to the open field across the 30, spins, and finally brought down at about the 33, maybe 34-yard line, and a good return there by the Bulldogs. So it looks like the Bulldogs pedal to the metal is still the mindset here.
Yeah, good return. We had 3 guys there to make the tackle on special teams, and good blocking by Gulf Coast, by the Bulldogs there, to not for the return guy to slip through. So again, yes, they have much better field position than we have had tonight, starting out from kickoffs and punt returns and things like that. So they're past their 30 on 33. Excuse me.
Eli Anderson still the quarterback. He threw for 217 yards, a touchdown, and an interception in the first half. Handoff to the lone running back in the backfield. Indians hit him, but he slips through, powers through another tackle, is going to rumble, stumble, and bumble out to about the 50-yard line. How do you do, Jamari Thompson? A very impressive run there by that young man.
Yeah, missed tackles right there. Well, you call it missed tackles, but not wrapping up either. We did not wrap up and on that, and he was able to slip through. So guys had hands on him. Shouldn't have gotten as far as he did.
No, he didn't. He got 17 yards. Jesse's big, 6'2", 220, but we got to make the hit on him.
He's going to get it again and just lowers his head and actually pushes his own guy out of the way that time and rumbles out to the 45-yard line. That 17-yard run was his longest of the night. He's now surpassed 50, or about to surpass 50 yards rushing, as that was a gain of 5. So that puts him at 49 yards on 13 carries so far here in the contest. 22-0 is the score here. If you're just now joining us, either on the ICC or Let's Go ICCTV.com or on Super Talk Mississippi, well, the first half was not a good one for the Indians. They could not manage a first down on offense, and the handoff again, and it's going to be stumbled and down about the 1-yard gain. But, guys, we said it kind of talking amongst ourselves, 22-0 with the offensive performance we had in the first half. You would think it would be a lot worse than it was.
No doubt about it, Adam. It could have been out of hand. The game could have been over, but our defense played well. And we mentioned that 22-0, 9 of those points was not on the defense. There was a safety and a punt return. So the defense has played well up to this point. Yes, they got to be tired, but they need to keep playing well here. Big down here, 3rd and 4 for Gulf Coast.
They're going to run the slant route, and ICC nowhere near it that time, and the pass is complete and down to the 25-yard line. I tell you what, guys, I know we're starting to sound like a broken record here, but this Gulf Coast offense is a well-oiled machine tonight.
No doubt about it. And their quarterback is a winner. Anderson knows what he's doing out there. He's got plenty of weapons. He gets the ball to the right people at the right time. They're playing well.
So the clock rolling, coming up on 12 and a half to go here in the third quarter. It's going to be a pass and wide open, and the Indians tackle him as he goes into the end zone, but that had to be some busted coverage right there.
Yeah, that was blown coverage. What we were seeing was in Gulf Coast Bulldog receivers finding those holes in the zone coverage. That was busted coverage right there.
And so that touchdown, good for, about 25 yards on the pass reception, awaiting the extra point here in the Bulldogs. They got the field goal as time expired on the first half, and a quick strike here to start the second half as we await the kick here from Gulf Coast. The snap's a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is true. 29-0 here in Pert with 12:31 to go in the third quarter. We're going to take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
And welcome back as Gulf Coast getting set for another First American National Bank kickoff here. ICC sending some return men back. This is going to be a new return guy back for the Indians. As I believe that might be E.J. Stovall, maybe. Can't really see if that number there as he's waiting at the goal line.
You need to go to Cagle Eye Center.
I do. As this kick is a booming kick, and it's going to be taken a yard deep into the end zone. They're going to try to run it out here. Gets to the outside. Excuse me, that's not who that is. That's going to be number 20, and that is going to be Devin Harris on the return and gets it out to the 19. Again, guys, we said in the first half, if that ball's going to go in the end zone, let it go.
Let it go.
Because the Indians' best starting position tonight was on a touchback.
Still is.
So it's going to be first down and 10 here. As the rest of the night could get interesting, folks, so you want to buckle up.
You don't give up. You keep playing hard, but you got to have fun up here also.
Well, you do. Yeah, you do. So looks like, is that Ty Davis back?
I believe so.
Yeah, Davis back at quarterback is going to send Charleston French out of the backfield. Now Davis is going to tuck and run, slides down, and so he's going to have to – they're going to mark it where he gave up the run at, so he did get down to about a 5-yard gain, but because he gave up the run, it's only going to go for a 3-yard net. Well, it'll be nice and give us 4. Okay. So second down and 6 now here for the Indians. Davis still your quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. French in the backfield, man in motion now. As the Indians roll out to pass, looking for someone. Pressure comes and knocks him down, and the Bulldogs hit the Indians for a loss of about 8 on the play.
Well, Davis rolled out right there, but the line from Gulf Coast just kept pushing back, and was able, because he was out of the pocket right there, and obviously they were able to penetrate back there to drop us for a loss. Now you're looking at a 3rd and 16 here from the 13-yard line. We're going in reverse order. Can we get a first down going that way?
I don't think so.
And the Indians zip this one over the middle. The pass is going to be complete, and it's going to make up the yardage of that loss. But unfortunately for the Indians, it's going to be a 4th down and 9 situation. And right now, Carson Langford coming on, I think, for possibly his 7th, maybe 8th punt of the night.
I think it's 7. Yeah. Unless they snuck one in when I wasn't looking.
No, I believe it is the 7th, and he's done well. We mentioned he's 32 yards average, punting from his own, call it the 20-yard line.
And this is another good
nice
high
punt. Nice punt.
Get him. No
Yes,
fair
sir.
catch
Didn't
called,
no
and
fair
Jim
catch.
wants violence.
Well,
as that tackle is
call a
going to be
fair
made at the 36-yard line.
I jumped up and hit the glass here in front of him when Mr. Ingram said that.
I was looking for the spider.
Yeah.
Let me say this. That was a 43-yard punt with no return. Good job by Carson.
Great job. Again, I'm full agreement with you. Tough first half last week, and I'm going to quit mentioning that now because this guy has moved on is doing a fantastic job tonight for the Indians on special teams. So great job there by Langford. So Indians offense again sputtered again, and we saw last drive. It's about more interesting to sit and read a Reader's Digest than it is to watch our offense right now.
And that's going to be motion on the Bulldogs as the tackle kind of tried to get an early start there. So it'll be a 1st down and 15 now, as it's 29-0 in favor of the Bulldogs, the number 8 team in the country. And, guys, I tell you what, maybe that's the chip on the shoulder the Bulldogs needed as a team. They were unranked to start the season. After having a good season last year, well, they took care of business in a big way against Northwest to start the season, and, well, they're doing that again this week.
Yeah, absolutely. They're taking care of business here, TCOB as they call it.
So it'll be a 1st down and 15. And it's a bad snap, and the pass is going to be complete, though, and the Indians can't make the tackle, and that's going to be a 1st down.
Well, they're getting a step on our DBs again on those wide receiver slants, as I call it right there. Basically just a simple slant pattern, and they're getting great position on our DBs where we're not able to make a play on the ball, and we're having to tackle the defender because, again, it's a great pass by the Gulf Coast quarterback. He's making great passes and putting it on a dime right there where his receivers can catch it.
And he's also got confidence he has time to throw the ball. He's very relaxed back in the pocket, making great throws.
And that's a new quarterback.
Oh, my goodness.
Well.
And so he's wanting to drop, it is a handoff forward this time, so it's going to be good for a gain of about 3. The new quarterback in the game is Kason Linke. He is a sophomore out of Mobile, Alabama. So that's going to be a gain of 3 on the carry.
I knew that. I was just waiting to see if y'all would call it out. I mean, I was getting embarrassed by y'all.
I'll be honest, I didn't know it. They
Donna,
just kept moving the ball down the field. It was some quarterback. I knew it.
Miss Donna Thomas checking in, our number 1 fan, as there's going to be a handoff right up the middle, big hole. He's to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Bulldogs.
They got a flag, maybe a horse collar
run.
Tackle back there, maybe horse collar, I don't know.
And, boy, when it rains, it pours. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely pouring on the Indians. But, yeah, Donna Thomas checking in, our number 1 fan. She had a birthday recently. I think she turned maybe 40, 25, 26.
Yeah, I'm wrong. 26.
Yeah. I think right around 26 is – I'm not going to say it, guys, but for those watching on Let's Go ICC TV, it's fitting that number is left on the clock right now because that's what we need to call as they await the call here.
Oh, come on, man.
9-1-1.
9-11.
9-1-1. And it is going to be a 15-yard penalty assessed on the kickoff. The 50-yard touchdown run will go on the board, and it's now 35-0 here for the Bulldogs.
Walt Massey.
Ironically enough, that was also Donna's birthday.
Correct. Her birthday was
on Monday,
September 11th.
Yep.
You're correct.
So waiting the extra point here for the Bulldogs. The snap's a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 36-0 Bulldogs with the lead. We're going to take a timeout, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A 50-yard touchdown run by the Bulldogs makes it 36-0 as they move the ball up to midfield after the horse collar tackle called on the Indians. So, heck, Bulldogs, you may try an onside kick here, because if you put your full foot into it, it's going to go out of the zip code.
I think he put his full foot into it.
Yep, out of the back of the end zone, so the ball will come out to the 25. That will match the Indians' best starting field position tonight on offense. Well, 36-0 is your score, and that lack of silence might be the best way to describe things right now for the Indians. There's just not a lot to talk about. The defense, they're obviously zapped because they've been on the field an incredibly long time, and now here comes the offense once again.
Adam, you got to keep hustling. Got to keep trying hard. Yes, it's 36-0 against a ranked team. Probably not going to come back and win this game, but let's show some improvement here.
In his hands, great pass right there.
Quarterback.
Who was that? Was that Davis?
That was Davis, the quarterback.
That was
the
a
pass
great
was
pass.
intended for Strong, hit him right in the hands, and
that would have been our first down. And now we got Davis down.
I don't know. It's not Davis. It's going to be one of our linemen that are down in this sense. So injury timeout on the field. We're going to take it with them and be back with more right after this.
We need more thin crust! What topping should we get?
To the decision wheel.
Come on, Dilly. Italian sausage. And green pepper.
These neighbors are weird.
Get a large 2-topping thin crust pizza for $8.99. Order online for pickup or delivery. Pizza. Yes.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
And welcome back, as it was number 71, Jared Morrow, that was shaken up on the play. Like he was shaken up a little earlier, tried to kind of fight his way through the pain, but he's able to walk off on his own power, so a good sign there. Second down and 10 after that incompletion. Davis, still your quarterback. 2 receivers stacked on both sides. Davis gets the snap, looking to throw. Pressure forces him out of the pocket. Throw over the middle. The pass is complete, and that is going to be reeled in there by Strong.
Yeah, I like that. Good vision downfield right there by Davis. He rolled out of the pocket and found the open receiver in the middle of the field there, bringing up a short third down here. Let's see if the Indians can convert this and get their first down of the evening.
I agree, Brad. Keep hustling. Keep playing hard.
8:35 to go here in the third quarter. Indians quick slant route. The pass is caught. Yes, it is, and the Indians have a first down. First down of the game coming at the 8:27 mark of the first quarter.
Third quarter,
excuse me.
That's busting right there. That was busting.
I like it. Good job by Ashby. Caught the ball. Good throw by Davis. They threw to each other last year in high school.
They did.
So the Indians move the chains for the first time tonight. They hand it off, but the Bulldogs right there waiting on it. And looks like it may be little to no gain, maybe even a loss as Oliver on the carry.
I'm going to say looks like he's lined up for a loss, but then he may just say, well, forget it. Let's just leave it where it's at.
He might be like me and unable to walk a straight line.
Me too.
7:45 and counting here in the third quarter. ICC trailing the Bulldogs 36-0. My phone just went off, and that means it's Be Real time.
All right. All right, so second down at 10 here.
Dropping back to pass. The pass is thrown behind the receiver, and it is caught, though.
Going to be a short gain there.
And actually, they're going to say the pass pulled him back to the original line of scrimmage.
Okay, well, I have a poor angle here, I think. And the 10 on these windows and fog and
it's just not a good night.
Don't have any oranges. No oranges.
No oranges.
That's what's wrong
leave your
right
oranges?
now.
I left them.
You left them.
left them.
At our stadium.
Go get the van and go get some
need
oranges.
some oranges.
I don't know why.
That brings us good luck usually. That's my bad. I should have got them from the stadium.
Third down and 10. Pressure coming, and the Bulldogs wrap up Davis and take him to the turf for a loss there, and it's going to be another Little Caesars punt coming up here for the Indians.
Yeah, Davis felt the pressure. He stepped up in the pocket, trying to make something happen, either run on his own there or try to find the open receiver downfield. Gulf Coast there again making play. They were able to step up with their lineman, and again he stepped up into basically just to a lineman's arms, and so they were able to get the sack there.
Carson Langford on to punt again here for the Indians. Snaps a good one. And the kick is a spiraling kick, a good one here. The Bulldogs are going to try to watch it. It's going to take a beautiful roll here down to the 18-yard line, and another great punt there by Carson Langford, and he's gotten quite the workout tonight, guys.
He has, again, done a great job, and so kudos to Carson and the job he's done tonight to try to help the Indians in flipping this field position. Defense got to come back out now and try to stop this Bulldog offense here. Do we still have the second quarterback out there, or?
Looks like it is still going to be number 15, Linky, in the contest, and he's going to hand it off. Running back in the game now is number 5, Trey Hall, for the Bulldogs, and he's able to fight forward for a gain of about 4.
You know, Langford, that punt was right at 50 yards in. Great job by Carson Langford. He's punted 8 times today.
So a gain of 4 brings up second down and 6 now here for the Bulldogs. 2 receivers on the far side of the field staying in that pistol formation. High snap. Quarterback's going to have to run it on his own. Linky goes forward, and he lowers his head into the Indian defensive back, and he's going to be close. If not, get the first down. Yes, it'll be another first down here for the Bulldogs.
That's a very good mark.
Like I said, you know, not when we say things are going against the Indians, well, it's not because it's just the bad breaks. It's because of the Bulldogs. This team right here started the season unranked, number 8 right now in the country. Boy, if anybody from the NJCAA is watching right now, or if anybody's watching right now, you need to really consider putting this team up in the top 10 of the country, if not the top 5, as there's a big stop in the backfield for the Indians.
Yeah, great job there by the defense, ICC. They were able to get in the backfield back there. The back was not able to get any progress, so loss of, looks like 4 maybe.
Yeah, good job of Brevin Warren, the freshman defensive lineman from Olive Branch.
I'm sorry, 3.
Still hustling. 2nd and 13. We are in the third quarter. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. It's been all Gulf Coast, guys. 36-0 Gulf Coast over the ICC Indians.
In the shotgun, 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Linky's going to hand it off this time in the backfield, and it's going to be battled forward. And again, man, the Indians just can't make the tackle on that initial contact, and the Bulldogs able to fight that one forward. What should have been a gain of about 2 turns into a gain of about 6.
Yeah, it's kind of like a read play there by Linky, and he just kind of reads the lineman there and what move they make, and so he gave the ball, and then the rest was kind of like if you ever played pinball, like a pinball machine, he just boom, boom, you know, just the ball just kind of just bounced his way through there and able to get positive yardage out of it.
He did what?
Boom, boom.
Okay.
That's bussing, wasn't it?
Pass out is complete. The Indians miss a tackle, and the Bulldogs are off to the races. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Great effort there on the end, though. ICC did not give up on the play ever, and even trying to make a tackle there on the goal line by ICC, but still too little too late. So into the end zone, and now you got 42-0. Still got 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
And again, we talk about these missed tackles for the Indians, and it's going to be a long ride home tonight. We're just going to say that, and that's going to be something they're all going to have to think about there. It's just missed tackles, and you say that, though, but my goodness, the defense have been on the field 80% of the time, or 80% of the ball game.
No doubt about it.
The kick is up, and the kick is good. 43-0, Bulldogs with the lead. The clock is rolling here. Now that the mercy rule is in effect, we'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the mercy rule in effect. Now the clock is rolling and will continue to run throughout the rest of the contest, or at least until the Indians get it back within 38. As that was a long touchdown run. I don't even know how long it was. I don't even care. 43-0 Bulldogs. It's all Bulldogs tonight.
It's been all Bulldogs. And, you got to laugh about it. Our team, let's give our defense credit. They're giving out now. They're tired.
Oh, they're tired.
They've been on the field all night. We got one first down offensively. You got to keep playing hard, keep your head up. This is disappointing. We know this, but we're playing a really good team, and they're putting it on us, to be honest. But you got to keep playing hard.
Kick is going to be taken at the 2-yard line by the Indians. Oh, nice juke move to make one man miss. Now gets up the field and is going to be returning the ball out to the 30, and that will be the best field position starting-wise for the Indians here in the entire contest.
Putting it on us, Mr. Ingram, was very nice compared to what a lot of folks would call what they're doing.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice.
You did.
On radio.
You did, and I'm going to give you that. Kudos to you. Yeah.
Well, we do want to remind everyone that soccer will be in action tomorrow at East Mississippi. That'll be the opening of conference play. Lady Indians soccer team undefeated so far in the season, as picked up a big win last night at Columbia State. The men's team trying to get the conference play started off on a good note there. You can keep up with that match on Twitter. I do believe East Mississippi is going to stream it, so we'll let you know for sure on that. Pass is complete, but it's going to be tackled after a 1-yard gain. And
generous 1 yard.
Yeah, very generous 1 yard. Lucky he was tackled at the line of scrimmage on that, but pass is complete. Well, our next ball game, you know what? We're just saving our best for the next.
There you go.
We're on the road again next week, Thursday. It'll be a 6:30 kickoff there in Boonville as we'll take on the rivals of Northeast. It'll be a 6 o'clock Davis Ford pregame show. 6:30 First American National Bank opening kick. Slant route almost intercepted there by the Bulldogs. And so it'll be a 3rd down and 9 situation now here with 1 minute to go in the third quarter.
Well, that was good defense right there, simply put. Ty Davis threw the ball where the receiver was supposed to be. It was a well-thrown ball, but great defense. They just stepped up in there. So great job. I mean, a great pass by Ty. It was just a well-played defensive play right there by Gulf Coast.
Now coming up on 30 seconds here in the third quarter, ICC with the football, trying to convert on 3rd and long. Pass is thrown behind French, and the Indians will have to send the punting unit back on the field again.
Yeah, that was French was open there, slipping out of the backfield. Was not able to, they weren't able to connect there. So 4th down.
You don't have to snap this ball. We can wait to the 4th quarter if we want to.
Let's risk it. Gambler over here. Gambler. Come on, Kenny Rogers.
Well, they are going to allow the clock to expire here on the third quarter. It's 43-0 Gulf Coast. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we start the fourth quarter with a running clock to the mercy rule here in the MACCCC. And it's another punt here, a Little Caesars punt. It's going to be hit, and it's going to roll down to the 30, 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And Carson Langford, guys, another great punt after a struggling last week, stepping up and playing big this week here, but just hasn't been the night for the Indians.
Well, that was probably, if you want to call out of all his punts tonight, the one that was not as favorable as the others. But that was his 9th punt tonight.
Yep.
Leg got to be hurting just a little bit.
No doubt about it.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just got to be hurting a little bit. 9 punts to our 1 first down.
And it's going to be a handoff here for the Bulldogs up the middle. And guys, let's give credit here.
Let's do it.
The Bulldogs have kept the ball on the ground, and they're basically running one tackle off the other tackle, and they haven't really passed it unless it's been a third down and long situation here. So tip of the cap to the Bulldogs of really and truly not trying to run this thing up worse than it actually already is.
Well, they shut it down. They're up 43-0. You're right. They're showing good sportsmanship. The game is not in doubt. They got to get ready for next week. We do too.
As the handoff once again, this time we're going to try to bounce to the outside. The Indians are there, and they're going to stack him up and make the tackle. So it's 13:30 to go, and as you see, the clock is running here. I believe it's 38 points. Once the team gets up by 38, the mercy rule is implied. And so that is the case here in this one. So we're going to have a much shorter second half than we did the first half, as we're just slipping across the 9 o'clock hour here in Perkinston.
Well worded there, Adam.
Thank you, sir. As the Bulldogs with it now, and they are this time going to pass. And as soon as I give them a compliment of not trying to run up the score, they go deep downfield, and the pass is caught.
What a catch. What a throw.
Good throw. Not bad defense.
No, I mean, that's why I say that was a great catch and throw, because good coverage by ICC in the secondary right there. He was on him.
I'm kind of like Adam. Why are they throwing the ball when you're
don't ask so many questions, Mr. Ingram.
I apologize. I thought maybe they just run the clock out. They're up 43-0.
A while ago, you said they had good sportsmanship. Now you're going back on that.
We see a different Mr. Jim tonight. He was screaming for violence on a punt return. And then
Kenny Rogers gambling over here.
Apologize to everyone tonight.
Coach Kurt texted earlier and was like, "Hey, make sure Jim's not driving home. I feel like he might have a little road rage." So, yeah. So I mean, my goodness.
I'm going to calm down, guys.
We can't.
Just glad to be here with you fine fellas.
We're going to keep you on our good side. I'm just going to say that.
I'm afraid you're going to get in a fight in the parking lot.
There's a gain of about 8 on that carry by the Bulldogs.
Fight in the parking lot on a 43-0 game, we got a major problem.
Handoff once again. The Indians in the backfield, and they make the play.
Great job by ICC defense there to hold them there. So it's a 3rd and short here.
They actually get them back to the line of scrimmage. I thought they were in the backfield.
So 3rd and 3 from the 20.
Jim, if I ever saw I'm picturing Jim in a fight. I wouldn't know what to do.
In a fight.
That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't get in one, but if you did, I would just I'd be afraid for the other person.
Would you DDT somebody or pile drive them?
Quarterback rolling out the pass here. Indians have pressure, and they're going to get the sack, and that should be intentional.
Yes, that ought to be grounded.
Now they're going to say his knee was down before he threw the football, so that is a sack there for the Indians. That sack being brought to you by Samstown Market.
Good hustle defense.
Yeah. So now you're going to be got a fourth back here. Do the math on that for me, Mr. Ingram. You're generally good.
17-yard line, 36, 4th and 29.
There we go.
Look at Mr. Jim coming through there. If you're still watching here with us or listening on Super Talk Mississippi, hit us up on
They are keeping
Twitter.
offense out there, though.
At Let's Go ICC. Hit us up there. If you got my cell phone number, text me as well. So it's going to be 4th and almost
19,
to the ocean.
Yeah, but they're going deep with it.
And the pass over the middle is picked off by the Indians. ICC on the return out to the 30, and a big-time play there for ICC.
Yeah, safety did a good job of stepping back there, reading the quarterback, stepping in front of that pass right there because it was a well-thrown ball. Safety just did his job back there, and I didn't catch the number on the guy back there in our secondary, but great interception. The second takeaway we've had on the evening.
That was Cameron Hayes on the interception and the return out to the 31.
Guys, give our team credit. It's 43-0. Game's over. They're beating us very badly. We have not given up defensively. Great effort by the ICC defense.
So the Indians' offense back on the field. And Davis loads up and throws. Got a man down the sideline and just overshoots him as the pass goes incomplete, intended for Strong. And the Indians' pass is just not there, guys. And I mean, the stats speak alone, and we'll talk about this later in the game. But right now, total yards offense, or just total yards, let's see, where's it at? Yeah, total yards offense, 516 yards for the Bulldogs, 50 for the Indians. The Bulldogs have had 75 plays, and the Indians have only had 36. So that's what when we say the defense have been on the field a lot tonight, they've been on the field a lot tonight. 2nd down and 10 here. Davis, your quarterback, wanting to throw. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Strong that time, and just thrown behind him, and it falls incomplete. And it'll be...
Yeah, trying to thread the needle right there. Well, the whistle's blew.
Yeah, one of the Gulf Coast players driving one of the ICC players to the sideline over there, and
I missed that.
Didn't really see what happened. It happened well after the play, and the officials talking to the Gulf Coast player, the ICC coaches got the ICC player off the field. The referees are going to send the Gulf Coast player to the sideline, and they're going to talk things over here. And that, you know, that's what you don't want to see. We understand the score is what it is. The game is what it is, but finish it clean and keep your head about you. So the officials are going to call
both teams.
That defense. No.
Really surprised they didn't call that both ways, guys, because both players really got into it there, and so that will give the Indians a first down by default on the 15-yard penalty, their second first down of the night. And so I honestly figured they were going to come out and call it both ways just to keep the game in check.
Right.
But either way it goes, the Indians will have the first down. The ball is going to be at the 46-yard line. Davis, still your quarterback, gets the snap, looking to throw. Zips it across the field. The pass is caught and will move the chains.
Yeah, great job right there of Ty Davis. Rolled out to his right there. Got outside the tackles there. Found the open receiver downfield. So connected with them. So first down, gaining some yardage there. Some good experience here for Ty back there. You know, I mean, it's 43-0. So some good experience here for Ty working
No
back
doubt.
there going forward.
You'd like to see us get a touchdown here just to make us feel better about the game.
Davis,
get some confidence.
He's going to scramble and gets tripped up and crosses the line of scrimmage. A gain of 1 there for Ty Davis. My good buddy Greg Brown saying, I'm hanging in there with you, brother. Roll Tribe all the way from Pontotoc as we creep inside 7.5 to go in the contest. It'll be a 2nd down and 9 situation here. Davis staying in at quarterback. Oliver is the running back here. The ball is at the 35-yard line. 3 receivers on the far side of the field, 1 here at the bottom of your screen for those watching on letsgoicctv.com. Davis gets the snap, pressure coming. Nobody open, and he fumbles the football, and Gulf Coast,
Still down.
Still loose, and Gulf Coast will eventually fall on it. That play right there might be a perfect example of how the night is going for the Indians. as Davis, really nobody around him. The football just slipped out of his hands, bounced through a couple of arms of the Indians, and then eventually found its way to the Bulldogs.
Well, easier said than done with us sitting up here in the booth, but you don't hold the ball that long. You got to get rid of it. When they're covered downfield, he was rolling out to his right, got well outside the tackles, needed to get rid of that ball. Just get rid of it, and he didn't. The pressure kept coming, Yes, and then you lost the football. You had a fumble there. So don't hold the ball. You can't hold the ball that long.
43-0 is your score, coming up on 6 minutes to play now in the contest. Gulf Coast gets the ball back with good field position, which has been the story of the night. Gulf Coast coming out passing, and the Indians will make the tackle, but not after a significant gain there on first down. 15, still your quarterback. That's Linky in the contest here for the Bulldogs.
2nd and 2, Adam. 5:50 clock running, 43-0. Mississippi Gulf Coast in the lead. Indians on defense, Adam and Brad again on defense.
Yeah, they've been on the field probably close to 80 plays by now. As it's going to be a 2nd down and 2. The handoff is up the middle, and he busts through the line of scrimmage and gets forward out across the 35 down to about the 34-yard line. Where to be 1st down and 10 again for the Bulldogs.
I think I've got looks like 76 plays here. So you said 80. You're close right there, Adam.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 again here for the Bulldogs. Coming up on 5 minutes to play in the contest, we do want to remind you to stay tuned at the conclusion of the game. We'll have our Renaissance Bank postgame report coming your way. Quarterback's going to keep it this time, and he's got the corner, gets a block, and cuts back up the middle and gets out to about the 25-yard line. I believe he's going to be down at the 24, and a solid pickup there on 1st down. Bring up a 2nd and short situation.
2nd and 1. Give the quarterback credit. Broke 1 tackle. Kept hustling. Got 9 yards. Brad in the 2nd down and 1. 4:30 left in the ball game.
Yeah, clock's still running. We're under 5 minutes here now, down to the 4:20 mark, basically. So 2nd and 1, as you mentioned.
Handoff again up the middle, and the running back will surge forward for the 1st down and get down to the 19-yard line. As Massey on the carry there for the Bulldogs. That'll move the chains once again, and that'll be a Bulldog 1st down. So 1st down and 10. The ball is going to be on the 19-yard line. Coming up inside 4 minutes to play here. Pistol formation for the Bulldogs. High snap. Quarterback thought about throwing. Now we're just going to lob it up and throw it out of bounds as the Indians were bringing pressure there. Well, maybe we gave a little too much credit a little too early. So we were talking about how the Bulldogs are keeping the ball on the ground and not electing to throw it downfield, but that time we're looking towards the end zone. I mean, it's the defense's job to stop us.
But you're right, Emma. I would think they'd simply run the football right now. I know it's the 2nd-team quarterback, and they want him to run his plays. But with 3 minutes left, it's 43-0. I would hope they keep the ball on the ground.
Quarterback's going to keep it again here, and he's going to get around the corner. He's got a block, and he's going to – did he get in?
He got in.
No, he's going to be at the 1-yard line.
So got another 1st down, though.
We'll move the chains. It'll be a 1st and goal to go here. 18-yard run there by the QB. And
now you're up to 80 plays.
I was just a little bit ahead of myself.
And I think it's 25 1st down, so I'm not mistaken, Brad.
It is. You're right. To our 3.
And one of those was by
26. Excuse me.
26.
Mm-hmm. So 1st and goal from the 1. Handoff, and he's going to waltz into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Well, there's always tomorrow, folks.
That's right.
Hey. We do hope you tune in next Thursday here on Super Talk Mississippi as we're going to go take on the rivals of Northeast. And I have a feeling we're going to have a very, very productive game next week. Well, tonight just hadn't been that way. We're waiting the extra point here.
Under 2 minutes to play. Extra point is going to be good. Going to make it a slick 50 right there, 50-0.
50-0. Fourth quarter's been all Gulf Coast, and give them credit. They're a good football team. They deserve the football game tonight. We played hard. Our defense played hard the entire game. It just gave out, Brad, let's be honest. Our offense really didn't help them tonight, as evidenced by us having only 3 first downs. But Gulf Coast is a better team tonight. They played better than us. Give them a lot of credit.
Yeah, right now your time of possession has expanded 34 minutes, 47 seconds Gulf Coast to ICC's 22 minutes, 46 seconds.
Yeah, and again, the defense has done what they could. It was the offense tonight that just didn't give them a chance to catch their breath or do anything on the sidelines, as Gulf Coast will get set to kick this one off.
Heard from Brother Chris. Said there was some positives tonight. We picked off 2 passes.
Yeah.
Punter did well, so appreciate Chris Burrows listening and watching us tonight. Very, very supportive of us, even though he's retired.
Yes.
Glad to hear from him.
Living the good life now, as this kick is going to be taking it to 5, returned out to about the 27-yard line where the Indians will have
that
it.
Should do it.
And, yeah, I'm going to say just run them on the field and let that do it for the night. And, guys, it's down to 15 seconds now. That looks like what the Indians are going to let to do.
Yeah,
and the officials are not really in a hurry to spot the ball here either, rightfully so, as that's going to do it. Your final score here from Gulf Coast is going to be to nothing in favor of the Bulldogs. We'll take a break and be back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Welcome to the pasta party!
1, 2, 3.
Making new traditions,
Now let's go and keep going, keep going.
sharing old stories. Homemade pasta
Enjoy, cheers to us, we did it!
and a nice cold Coke.
Okay, ready? 1,
Ready.
2.
That's my recipe for magic.
What topping should we get?
To the decision wheel.
Come on, Dilly. Italian sausage. And green pepper.
These neighbors are weird.
Get a large 2-topping thin crust pizza for $8.99. Order online for pickup or delivery. Pizza.
Yes.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Your final score here from Gulf Coast. Well, it's all Bulldogs. 50-0 is your final score as we move into the Renaissance Bank post-game report. ICC fans, whether you're looking to open a checking account, maybe starting a business, or looking to expand, Renaissance has the tools to set up you for your success. Visit renaissancebank.com to learn more about that there. So, guys, your thoughts on the game?
Well, we've talked about it all, the whole broadcast. I will say this. Penalty-wise, what I'm looking at here, ICC cleaned that up some this week. Only 2 penalties for 20 yards that we gave up tonight. So we did have the defense had 2 interceptions, as we mentioned at the end of the game, had 2 takeaways there. We did lose. We did have 2 fumbles, and one of those was lost. So we did give away the ball as well once. Again, so there was some cleanup there that we had in the game from last week. The cleanup, great, but the defense for Gulf Coast just had every answer to our offense. Anything, we could not do anything. As we mentioned on offense, did not have a first down until the second half. Only 3 total first downs on the night, Mr. Ingram, and one of those first downs was due to a personal foul penalty. So, yet again, defense played their hearts out the first half, did what they could to keep us in the game. Gulf Coast scored, right there, and then, of course, to come out second half, they get the ball, and they score quickly, and it just goes downhill from there. And the slide goes and it goes and it goes, and you see where we are. So, offense. It goes back to offense, and the offense is not producing enough to help our defense and to keep our defense on the sidelines. Defense is doing a good job, and they did a good job to try to keep us in the game. They ran out of gas.
They ran out of gas. And Brad, our offense needs to improve. I know our coaching staff knows that. It's going to be a tough week this week, but they got to get together, and they will get together. They'll be ready next week when we play Northeast. But 2 stats jump out at me, and again, our defense played hard and played well. But they have 26 first downs. We have 3. And total yardage, they have 568 yards. We have 48. They have 500 more yards than us. You can't win a ball game by doing that. Got to regroup. Defense got to keep playing hard. Our offense has got to improve quickly. I know we'll be ready next Thursday against Northeast, but it will be a challenge.
Absolutely. Get some score updates here, and we'll run through those real quick. Kahoma defeats Southwest 37-32. That is a final. They're just ending the third quarter. Northeast leading Pearl River 19-3. With just over 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Northwest is defeating Hines 19-3. East Mississippi and Jones, that one about to come to the end of the third quarter. East Mississippi leading 40-23. Holmes wins 24-17 over East Central. So those are some of the finals and some of the games in action going on there as well. Guys, we do have a little bit more business to take care of here. We do have to pick our Samstown Market star of the game, and it's unfortunate. Not unfortunate for the kid, but it's unfortunate whenever you do have to select this individual as your star of the game. And I think we're all in agreement, and Mr. Jim will let you do that.
Well, we talked about it, and he struggled early last week, but he was outstanding tonight. Carson Langford came back, had 9 punts, averaged 36 yards a punt, long of a 49-yarder. Carson played very well tonight. He's the player of the game.
Absolutely. Player of the game being brought to you by Samstown Market. They are your source for fresh meat, produce, dairy, and local products. They're located at Highway 371 North, right there in the heart of Manatee. Stop by and see Sam Ferris and all the fine folks at Samtown's Market today. Well, let's go do this. All right, this game's over. We're forgetting it. It's done. Right. Because now we got to focus on the rivals of next week against Northeast. Another road trip for the Indians, a long ride home, so a long time to think about what happened tonight. Put it behind you. Get ready for the Tigers tomorrow.
That's what you got to do. You got to wash it. You got to be ready. Got a young coaching staff, a new coaching staff, a lot of new freshmen. They'll bounce back. They'll get them focused. It's going to be a tough week, but it's going to be a good week. We're going to get ready and be ready to go to Boonville next week, Brad.
Yeah, and you want to talk about a hostile environment. We'll be traveling into a hostile environment next week that's just full of, it's full of flavor, because if you have never gone, anyone out there, if you're still listening to me at this point, which you may not be, I understand, but if you've never seen ICC a Northeast battle, all I can compare it to is similar to the Egg Bowl, State Ole Miss battle. So if you've not seen an ICC Northeast battle, come out next Thursday night. I guarantee you, because there's going to be some energy out there, just extra energy. It's a rival game, has been for years. So I expect this coaching staff, yes. The ride home is going to be awful. Because they're going home tonight. Our guys are going home. They're not spending the night, and I don't even know why y'all are, because we're driving home. I mean, y'all are just weak this year. I don't understand.
Somebody's telling
Dr. Allen and I we're driving home, and we were going all the way home.
Y'all are dedicated. I like that.
Well, we're so dedicated that we may even walk part of the way. I mean, but I say that to say this. It's going to be a long ride for them. They got to think about this on the way back, but then what they got to do tomorrow, wake up, different day. We're getting ready for Northeast, and they need to do that, because I guarantee you Northeast is going to be getting ready for us.
Absolutely. Or Northeast, a chance to move to 2-0 in the season if they can hang on and beat Pearl River. ICC falls to 0-2. They'll open conference play next week. Busy weekend for ICC athletics. Soccer opens conference play at East Mississippi tomorrow. Then volleyball will be in action at Bevel Fayette tomorrow. They'll turn around and be in action at the MUW tournament on Saturday. Tennis is in action today out in Fayette, Alabama, so a lot of different things going on there. We do want to say a special thanks to Gulf Coast as they ran the stats tonight. Great hospitality, as always, from our friends here at Gulf Coast. They just could have thrown us the bone there on the scoreboard. Your final score here from Perkinson. Bulldogs win it 50-0 here over the Indians. That's going to do it for the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Remember, folks, whether you're opening a checking account, starting a business, or looking to expand, Renaissance Bank has the tools for you to set you up for success. Visit RenaissanceBank.com to learn more. So, for the good Dr. Brad Boggs, Raphael Henry, and the myth, the man, the legend, the angry Mr. Jim Ingram, I'm Adam Gore saying so long from Fulton. We'll see you next Thursday right back here on the ICC Sports Network for ICC football at Northeast.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.